Victory Tuesday. I only have seltzer today. I ran out of Truly.
I feel like I talk to you every day now.
It's one of those days. Yeah, what's going on?
How you doing, man?
I'm tired. Long day.
I hear that. I definitely hear that. We got some news. We got trade news. We have actually a coach news. We got all kinds of stuff.
Our GM talked.
Did he? I've been in the gym for 3 hours, dude. I have no idea what he said.
Yeah, Joe Douglas finally talked today. He didn't really say much, but at least he talked.
Yeah, I haven't seen nothing.
Danced around some questions, but
I haven't seen nothing since about 4:45. So you can fill me in with that. What's up, Jomo? Jack? What's up, everybody? I always miss everything, man. It sucks.
I missed it too when he initially spoke. I only saw it like a few minutes ago.
Was it like an official Jets press conference, or was it just like a recap of the trade deadline?
No, it was an official press conference. I mean, he answered questions for about 20 minutes. Pretty much piggybacked off of Saleh in regards to the quarterback situation. Just said that he's not going to make any judgments on it now. Wouldn't comment on any players that they discussed in trades that didn't actually go down. So like they were asked about Marcus May. I think somebody might have asked about Crowder too, so he wouldn't comment on those guys. Gave the typical quotes that he senses that the team's heading in the right direction. He sees the hours that they put in, all the hard work, but he was very monotone too, though. So it's kind of surprising after a win this week.
Did he go into anything about the hiring of John Beck?
If he did, I missed it. I was skimming through parts of it, so I didn't hear the whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't know he even talks, man. So I got something I got to watch for sure. Like I haven't been around since 4:45. So, well, we'll go into that before we go into all the callers. So the John Beck, the hiring is interesting. I think it's a good thing. I think at this point, if your quarterback isn't playing well, whoever it is, and you say, hey, we have a need. I was saying, a couple weeks ago, get a consultant in here. Kind of get another set of eyes on these quarterbacks. If he feels comfortable with Zach Wilson, they feel comfortable, and he can also help Mike White and everybody else. Like, dude, another person in the room, I don't think it's a bad idea, man. Like, I have no problem with this.
I don't see how it could be a bad thing,
Nope.
Unless he's conflicting some of the ideas that LaFleur is trying to teach, and it seems like they're all on the same page. He's been with LaFleur before. I think they work together in some capacity. So I don't see how this could be a bad thing. And especially with LaFleur going into the booth on Sunday, he can now stay up there. Beck can talk with Wilson on the sidelines. I don't see how this can go wrong or what could be bad about it.
Dude, I give the Jets credit for being open-minded and being like, you know what? We have a deficiency here. We need help for whatever reason it is. And, and I get everybody's all about Mike White right now. I am too. Like, I can't wait till tomorrow night or to Thursday night to see him play. Yep. But Zach Wilson's still a prominent person in this organization. You want to see him do well. And our goal the entire time is put your offense and your quarterback in the best position to succeed. If they say, hey, we need some more tutelage, we need another mentor, we need another eyes on our quarterback, go for it, dude. There's no people that are kind of downgrading this is kind of stupid in my opinion.
Yeah, and not only is this going to help him when he actually gets on the field and starts playing again, whenever that is, but over the next couple of weeks, he's going to be on the sideline. He's going to be watching things. So now he could talk with Beck. They can get on the same page, learning like the playbook together. Like he can get up to speed on some things. So I don't see what could go wrong with this. Jets were open-minded about it. So.
Especially if he's a quarterback guy, your current quarterback coach is the first-time quarterback coach in Calabrese. So, I mean, I get it. I think it's a good move, and I don't have a problem with it. And people are trying to make more out than it is. Like, oh, you're catering to Wilson. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? It's number 2 pick in the draft. That's what we complained about with every quarterback that we had. That we didn't cater to him. We didn't give him everything that he needed. So let's give Wilson everything he needs. It's so funny because prior to this Mike White experiment, I was like, oh, we got to fix Zach. We got to find ways to fix Zach. They're doing it. And I was like, well, this is ridiculous. Why is it ridiculous? Like they're doing what you want them to do. Like I give them credit for being open-minded, willing to go the extra level, and identifying a need. Dude, I was saying, get a consultant, man. Bring in North Turner, bring in somebody else to help these quarterbacks if something is wrong. And it was the thing that was wrong with Zach Wilson was fundamentals. Like it was, he was like, we watched Mike White, hit the open passes, take what was in front of him, the short pass, spread the ball around. Zach Wilson wasn't doing that. And if John Beck helps Zach Wilson become a better quarterback, it's money well spent. It's not going I'm not going to turn the locker room upside down.
And a number of people, fans in the chat, analysts, like they've all commented on Wilson's mechanics, like not getting his shoulder square on some things, some of the footwork things that he's been doing. So Beck should be able to help him with all that stuff. Yeah.
So the trade deadline comes and goes. We're looking at Marcus May, Keelan Cole, Jamison Crowder, all these things, all these big splash moves. And the Jets, they trade Daniel Brown, who is whatever, for a guard, very reputable guard in terms of what he did. He gave up a season of football as a doctor to help with COVID, which is commendable to all means. And he's a guard that can help maybe push Greg Van Roten. He hasn't played in 2 years, but he was active last night. So listen, man, it's worth it. And this is something we said, dude. It's like there's got to be somebody somewhere that can push Greg Van Roten. You can't just keep trotting him out there, letting him play like shit. And be like, you know what? We're cool, dude. Just keep trying to upgrade the offensive line depth. If he plays, great. If he doesn't, obviously he thinks he's going to play because he approved the trade. He had a no trade clause. So hey, man, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, at the very least, you have some depth, which we clearly need. We don't really have much. We took a hit with Alex Lewis and when Cameron Clark got hurt, so you filled a little depth there. And clearly, they're not very confident in Dan Feeney. They haven't given him a shot yet, so it's another body.
So we will bring in the third amigo. What's up, man?
No.
What's going on, fellas? Look, if I lose you, brother, my connection sounds bad. I'm in a really, really bad location. Just want to let you guys know that before I jump on in. You know what I'm saying?
No problem. So Tyrone, since we missed you last night and you missed the Mike White extravaganza. So let's give us your thoughts on this whole surprising, shocking win on Sunday.
I think from here on out, I'm picking it just to lose by 100 every week. From here on out, I was excited, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't see that coming, and it just showed how proficient this offense can be if you take the easy plays. I'm not gonna say this is an indictment on our quarterback, but it definitely shows that it might have been him. Not looking for the check down. Like I said, Mike White played well. He played well. And think about this: he threw 2 interceptions, and we're not even talking about that. Like I'm saying, he really commanded what he did.
Well, they went off Carter's head and Jamison Crowder's hand.
Right off his face.
But well, I'm just saying in general, man. Like I was really impressed with what he did, making the smart plays, man, and putting the balls in your playmakers' hands and letting them guys do what they get paid to do. Carter looked amazing. Mims got to see the field a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Moore did well. Crowder. I mean, it was nice, man. Like I said, it was a beautiful thing. These guys showed up. And listen, at the end of the day, it's all we ever wanted is to watch this team just show up and just, and put up a fight for it, and fight for it. So I was excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a total team effort. I mean, Mike White, the thing about a lot of interesting things happened. 10 different receivers, which is incredible. He spread the ball around, like you said. But the offensive line, they got the ball out of his hand quickly, which is something that you wanted Zach Wilson to do. He was struggling with that. But to me, the most fascinating thing is that this team bought in, dude. And they were rallying around him. There was a lot of emotion surrounding him. And that was really interesting, man. Like, they were fired up, dude. And after the game, like, Mike White's my dog, this and that. Like, this team was really, really touting him, man.
Yo, when the crowd was chanting Mike White, bro, I was done.
It was wild, man.
I know I missed the show last night, man. I just want to know, man, how did it feel in that building, bro? I know it was electrifying, bro. I know, like that.
The first 35 minutes was pretty painful, but at least the team was competitive. And like we were talking throughout the game, like it was still a competitive game where you can enjoy being there. It wasn't that much fun because the stadium was half empty. The lower level was kind of filled, but the upper deck was completely empty. Fireman Eddie, he was trying to get the chance going. He was doing his thing, but it wasn't a great atmosphere until the fourth quarter. Once they got that touchdown drive at the end and the interception, then the place just fucking went berserk. So,
well, people were leaving, Tyrone. At 31-20, people were leaving. Like,
I would have been out. I told you yesterday, I would have been out if you weren't there.
People were leaving, man.
I wasn't staying for that.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of thought the game was. I almost said the game was over. I was like, "Yo, we fought well," and then that interception, bro. Like what the bad part is, bro. I went in the kitchen to get a fucking beer and missed the interception, bro. I was heated, bro. So luckily they brought it back and showed it again. So like, how did we get the ball? What's going on? And they showed it. I was like, oh my god.
Shaq Lawson came out of nowhere. His first play all year.
The real question, Tyrone, is who is your quarterback going forward?
I mean, I mean, this week is Mike White. Saying definitely. The Colts are a different kind of animal. So is the Bengals, and I was surprised he played so well. Like I said, man, he was a leader this week. He was what we.
All right, I'm gonna make it tougher then. He plays well this week. Jets don't win, but he plays well. They put up
Primetime likes chaos, man. He can't just enjoy anything. Primetime likes chaos. He can't just enjoy the moment.
No, we're not enjoying the moment. No.
Primetime's next question. What kind of contract do you give Mike White if he wins 3 games?
This is what happens when you miss the show. No, I'm going to go through all the hypotheticals. So first, obviously, if he plays poorly the next 2 weeks, I assume Wilson's your quarterback, right? If he's healthy after that.
Absolutely.
Okay. So now let's say the other scenario. He plays okay Thursday night, short rest, 24 points, but Jets still lose. Then against Buffalo, let's say we actually pull off an upset, or the offense is still rolling. They put up 30 points, something like that. Wilson's healthy. He's ready to go. What are you doing?
Why don't we just get there? How about we just enjoy the victory? We play the Colts.
Why not talk about it?
What are you fucking? What are you? Prime time's like
Why not
fucking
talk
Colin
about it?
Coward right
Hey,
now, or
listen,
fucking Skip Bayless.
listen.
What are we doing
Why
here?
not talk about
I'm
it?
gonna be honest with you. If he's playing like that, I'm gonna stay with
Because
the
there's
hot
something I
hand.
want to add at the end.
Yeah, it's something. I'm gonna play with the hot hand, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Prime time, they just hired his quarterback coach. So doesn't matter who I want to be the quarterback. They already made a decision this week.
No, I disagree, dude. Listen, they're going to play Mike White Thursday night. If he plays very well, he'll start against the Bills. And if he keeps playing well, they're going to keep playing him. They're not going to take him out if he's playing well because you'll lose a locker room that way. There's no reason to rush Zach back. They can just say, hey, you know what? Zach is practicing now, but unfortunately, he has a little bit swelling here. So we got to sit him out one more week. And dude, there's ways to get around this shit. You could play the game with this.
But what if
And that's why I wanted to get.
What if he wins like 3 games in a row? What if he beats?
What if he
Buffalo
doesn't?
and the Colts?
Well,
What
we
if-
already know.
Tyron-
We already know. Hold on, Tyson.
Tyron, what about
Hold on.
this?
We
What if-
already know what's going to happen if he doesn't win. If the offense doesn't, we know that scenario. So now the other scenario is if he does play well, if he does keep this up, what do the Jets do? And what I wanted to add, what I said last night, is that I do think it benefits Zach Wilson to be able to sit, to be able to watch, to make sure he's 100% healthy, rest that knee up, don't rush him back too soon, sit, watch, talk with Beck. Like Mahomes sat for 14 games, and look what he did. Obviously, he's got a completely different offense, all the weapons and everything else. Rodgers sat for 2 years. Pennington sat for 2 years and 3 games. You can have quarterbacks sit, watch, and learn. So this could be a great learning experience for Wilson. And even more so, if you put him out there when the offense is doing well, you're setting this kid up to fail. Mike White right now, he's a rock star. You got to let this aura wear off a little bit. Crowd was chanting his name. If you put Wilson out there for Buffalo,
Thursday.
But that's what I'm saying, though. If you put Wilson out there for Buffalo just off one bad game, if White struggles this week, you think the crowd is going to be receptive of Wilson in that game? If he throws an interception in the first quarter, it's going to be the Bluebirds again.
Listen, if and when the Jets go back to Zach Wilson, the crowd turns on their assholes. Because that's just ridiculous.
They booed him in the first game this year.
Dude, if you boo a kid from coming back, I mean, that is just wild, dude. Like,
Mike White is the hot hand. First quarter, he throws an interception against Buffalo. You don't think the crowd's going to be pissed?
So I mean,
and that's why.
I understand, but listen. So now if we're gonna do the if game for the rest of the night, it's gonna be boring to me. But if Mike White plays bad and Zach Wilson plays against Buffalo and he comes back and he throws an interception,
he's a rock star.
So fucking what? So then you play the whole game and hope he gets better. Like now you're gonna find every little reason to bench him again and put Mike White back in. The goal is Zach Wilson's still the future of the team.
It's not even about benching him. It's about putting him back in a position where he can succeed, where he can be comfortable, where there's no pressure. Right now, you put him back in there while the offense is rolling, especially when the receivers are getting their numbers. The offensive line, they're not in the news for blowing assignments. Like everyone's happy right now. If you throw Zach Wilson back in there and then they struggle, that's going to be. There's no reason to rush him back and do that.
But you listen. I understand you're on the Mike White train. I'm with you. If Mike White is playing
it's
well,
not even just the Mike White train.
But you're not listening
about giving Zach Wilson some time. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, how much time do you need? Another year? If Mike White plays the next 3 games and starts to struggle and fade off, and Zach Wilson's healthy, guess what? Zach Wilson's going back in as he should.
Would you bring him?
Nobody's Tyson. Hold on, Tyson. Nobody's arguing that point. If Mike White struggles, if the offense struggles, it's Zach Wilson's job. But if they keep playing well, you can't just pull the plug on it.
Yeah. Yes,
okay, so I have a question for you. If my cat starts to bark, what do we do then?
It'd be one thing if we were talking about this last week before he did anything.
How about we just let it all play out? Like if the world ends tomorrow, if the Jets move to fucking California, what are we doing?
But would you bring him back against Buffalo though? I don't know if I would do that. Buffalo's a very ferocious defense.
I don't think he's gonna. I think Mike White plays the next 2 weeks, dude. I think because now Salah already built it in. They said, you know what? Best case scenario, Zach Wilson can practice the week of Buffalo. If he'll practice that week, like, you know what? One more week until he's ready. And then he bypasses that game. You bring him back against Houston. And then your problem's solved.
Yeah, and if Mike White comes back down to earth, which he probably will, it'll be Zach Wilson's job, and there's no controversy. But if somehow he keeps this up, that's a nice little problem to have. Nice little problem to have. I'm here for it. I'm here for all the chaos with that.
No one saw that happening, man. 400 yards.
Nah. Yeah, but Tyron, but as good as they played on Sunday, and this is the funniest thing about Jet fans right now, because Going into Sunday, we question every facet of the team, the general manager, the coach, the coordinator, every player. We wanted all of them traded and the rest of them cut. They win one game. Now, this is the best draft class we've ever had. Mike White should be in the Hall of Fame. Joe Douglas is a legend. Robert Saleh is going to be coach of the year. And we have 4 Pro Bowlers on a roster.
It's a short week. We got to enjoy it. We got 3 days.
But my point is, winning is the ultimate deodorant. So now this win, we've now forgot about our 41-point loss. The challenge to this is you need to build on it. If you lay a fucking dud on Thursday night, guess what? The same old Jets are back, and we're gonna have the same conversation we had last week. That's why, like I had this guy tell me, see, don't you have to apologize to Joe Douglas for what? For one win where they played good? Show me a string of games where everybody plays good. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we're all excited, but let's not start anointing people. We're like, oh, I told you Greg Van Roten was pretty good. The what? It's what? It's like, what the fuck? What are we doing here?
Prime time. We forgot something on the Friday show too. I know we done beat the Bengals like 3 or 4 times in a row, right? Like we didn't even bring that up. Like they haven't beat. We really have beaten them. Like I don't know what it is why they struggle against us. Yeah, absolutely. So, but I'm gonna say this right here. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, Tyson. You know, listen, I got my Jets shirt on today, bro. I'm just being real with you. So I was in
breaking the rules.
He breaks the rules. Once a week he breaks the rules.
Yo, I was in Alba, Lasua, Ohio today, right? So I'm walking in there with my Jets shirt on, right? So dude walks to me. He's like, yo, bro, you a Jets fan? I was like, yeah, man. He was like, look at my arm. He has a Jet tattoo on his arm, right? He's like, yo, man, the Ohio, the fan club, bro, I'm the president. I was like, well, you know what I'm saying? I said, well, you ever watch Let's Talk Jets? Like, yeah, man. Yo, oh man, you that guy. Like, yo. He's like, yo. He couldn't even say my name. He's like, you that guy. So the funny part about it was, I'm just saying this to say this, man. Like, we sat in this store, bro. We talked. Like, he was a manager. We sat there and talked for like 50 minutes, bro. They were calling him on a little microphone thing or whatever. He was like, yeah, man, whatever, that'll be okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we were all happy with this. He's like, yo, man, Mike White, man, I don't know, bro. Like, you know, it was just, it's the joy that comes with when we win. You know what I'm saying? And it's the misery and pain that comes when we lose. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have my shirt on last week, but I wasn't walking. I wouldn't dare wearing this shit because it hurt. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, he played well. The defense played great, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was an overall good game. Let me ask you a question. I don't know if you guys about it last night, but does your man stay in the booth? Could they bring old boy in because they want to keep him in the booth and maybe have somebody on the field to help him?
I think it's exactly why they did.
I think it's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
So when Zach Wilson gets off the field, he talks to John Beck. They can talk to LaFleur up in the booth. Everybody, it's kind of like, and this is a filling out process for the coaching staff and the quarterback. They're figuring it out on the fly, and I give them credit for making adjustments, man. I think it's all a good thing, man. It's all positive.
Is it crazy to you how different of a game he called? Being this comfortable.
I don't. We talked about this last. I don't think he called that different of a game.
Nope.
I think White executing the playbook, getting the ball out quick, hitting the checkdowns, having the offense in a rhythm, getting first downs, being in second and third and short, that allowed him to open up the playbook a little bit more.
He didn't force anything.
Yeah.
Like he took what the defense gave him. Good.
And can I say one thing?
No.
Fucking Michael Carter's a straight monster. Listen, both of the Carter brothers are fucking awesome. But yo, watching this kid with the ball in his hand, man, this kid is everything we thought he was gonna be when he get in open field, bro. He is just elusive. He's shifty, and he ain't going down easily, bro. Like this kid really, bro. Like this kid just played his ass off, man. It was like, man, it felt so good. Like, why? Like, listen, you know, like I'm no BS. I took like 4 shots for the game, right? I was like, let me go ahead and numb this pain real quick, right? So
I think we had to beat.
Yo, listen, no, hold on.
I'm distracted by whatever Vincent's doing in the background.
By the time the fourth quarter got there, Tyson, I had drunk a whole 18-pack by myself, bro. I was good. Like, look, I tried to do a video, and I was so fucked up I couldn't do the video.
You tried to do a video.
I tried to do a
video. That was me. What was it? The Bronco game where I did the 4 shotguns? I could barely even speak by the fourth quarter.
All right, so we will go to all our callers. I guess we'll do Vincent first because you know what? This is my dilemma, prime time. See, I'm all about getting all our viewers on as fast as possible. When you tweet us and say you better get me on as soon as possible, that makes me not want to do it. I hate listening to people. I don't listen to the rules.
That means he's setting the bar pretty high, and that he's going to start to show off with some fun.
Or he has another podcast to go on.
That too. Could be that.
Yeah.
Or he's at work. Maybe he's really
Vincent,
at
what's
work.
up,
I mean,
man?
I don't see any other people. I don't see any customers.
I'm actually at work, the break room.
What do you do?
Right now. Just doing part-time stuff and stuff until I can get on my feet.
But like, where are you? It was like you're in
I'm in a break room.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on the game, man? What do you thought about Mike White?
Well, I thought he played an excellent game. I think LaFleur called a great game from the booth, but I do think a big factor was the Bengals just didn't know enough about Mike White to game plan against him.
So you're discounting the way Mike White played because of the Bengals. I mean, at some point you make adjustments, don't you? After the first quarter, second quarter, you make an adjustment and you change what the Jets are doing.
No, I'm not taking away from Mike White. The thing that has me concerned is
The 500 yards of offense.
No. The thing that has me concerned is that the Colts game. Matt Eberflus is probably one of the best defensive coordinators in football, and you know he's going to take away that short intermediate passing and challenge him to throw deep.
Well, he's got an arm, man. He had Elijah Moore deep. He just missed him, I think. And Saleh actually answered that question when they said, "Listen, now that the Jets know what your offense is, and they take away your dink and dunk, what do you do?" He's like, "We spread the field and go deeper." There's always a reaction to every action, man. That's the way football is.
No, I agree. I don't think he's as good of a deep passer.
So basically, you're calling in on a Tuesday night after a Jets monumental win to rain on Mike White's parade. That's what you're telling us.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying I feel like I feel like our chances against the Colts. I'm just a little. That's just a little bit of me as a word, but I'm confident.
You didn't like his chances against the Colts.
Yeah,
I do. I just said.
Confused.
But you know what I want to talk. But you know what? I do want to talk about this though.
Okay.
Now the trade deadline's over. I'm actually very optimistic about the season going forward.
Meaning what?
What? Because they added a guard?
Well, no, not that. Because think about it right now. Miami's a dumpster fire. The Saints just lost their quarterback. There are a lot of more winnable games down the stretch.
All right. So then, how many wins are you saying now? Let's hear this. Are you talking playoffs now?
Playoffs? Jets did it at 2-5. They did it with Herm. Did it with Chad.
Yeah.
Who we thought they were.
I'm not talking.
You can say it, Vincent. You can say playoffs.
Borderline.
Start to show us some fire.
Yeah.
How many wins?
Look. You got the Eagles are winnable. The Texans are winnable. The Jaguars are winnable. Both Dolphins games are winnable.
Falcons are winnable.
So you're saying about 10 wins? 10 wins?
There's 5. That's 5 there. So that's 7. That's 7 there. Then you got the Saints. The Saints, you get them in the element. That's their kryptonite.
Yeah, we're gonna take care of them.
And
so
then
we're getting the Bucks in MetLife too. Should take care of them.
Yeah, that should be. And then you get the Bills at the end of the year. The Bills probably have.
Yeah, they might be resting their starters that game.
Yo, Vince,
what are we doing here?
Don't let one game, bro. Listen, man.
I'm not letting one game.
Please don't say playoffs, man. For real, but
I'm not saying playoffs.
You're saying how many wins, Vincent?
He said borderline.
7, 8 wins, possibly 9 if things go well.
So now this team is going to be 9 and 8.
Weeks? Hold on, I got a question, Vince. I got a question for you.
This is why I love.
Did you pick us to beat Cincinnati, Vincent?
What are we doing?
What? I can't. Sorry, it's a little static, a little garbled there.
Did you pick us to beat Cincinnati?
I didn't. I'll be honest. I'm gonna be honest. They're not gonna lie.
Okay, if you didn't pick us to win, what makes you think we're gonna come up with 9? We're gonna win 9 games this season.
Any given Sunday. That's why.
Well, look. Like I said, you
ride the horse day, boy. You ride the hard day, boy.
Can't we just enjoy the victory and keep everything?
That's what I'm doing.
Can't we just keep everything in perspective just once on this show?
Or let's dream a little bit. Let's have big dreams.
You know when you dream at night, not on this show. That's when we dream.
Oh, look, the Jets, there's a lot of winnable games down the stretch. I'd say if the Jets play their cards right, we could be in for a good season.
The Jets are a fucking juggernaut now. A lot of winnable games. Everything is winnable now that we got Mike White.
Come on. All right.
They're hitting their stride. They're hitting their stride at the right time. I hear you, Vince.
One game.
Let me ask you this. Do you really think Urban Meyer and the Jaguars can beat us right now?
Nope.
I'm going to give you a Belichick answer. I'm
the
on to
Texans,
Indianapolis. I don't play this primetime game. I'm on
you-
one game
do
at a
you think-
time, and I'll
do you think
deal with
the
it then.
Texans are going to beat us? Do you think?
Well, any
Philly
given
can
Sunday,
mix their-
I'm sure. You know what's funny?
Listen.
I'm sure those teams are looking at us and be like, you know what? They're probably thinking we're a win on their schedule. Jaguars probably looking forward to playing us.
And the Titans
I
probably
think
thought
that-
that. Bengals probably thought that.
Vincent, well, what do you think about the Colts? Are they a good football team, Vincent?
Wait, what? You talking?
The
We
Colts.
talking about the Colts? The Colts are well coached.
Are we gonna beat the Colts?
I like our chances. All right, I better get back to work before they kill me.
Have a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
night,
get back to
man.
work, man. Yeah,
Good call, man.
Oh man,
All right, bye.
did you say good call?
that one a good.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought, can't we just sit and have callers and enjoy the game? Talk about some good. Don't start this fucking quarterback controversy nonsense. Playoff 9 wins this season. We just lost by 41 a week
Yeah,
ago,
I'm not-
and now we're a juggernaut.
not-
Now we're the What's that,
I'm happy
Tyrone?
that we
I
won.
enjoyed that.
Yo, I'm happy that we won, bro. But let's not listen, man. Y'all know. me,
I'm
bro,
dreaming
this
big
team. I'm a
today.
diehard Jeff fan. Tyrone drink the Kool-Aid all the time. I'm not even that crazy,
Nope.
bro. Listen,
Because dude, we
man,
just
like,
we just we
I-
went
I
through
only-
this how
I
many
only
weeks
know-
ago with the
I-
Titans
I-
game.
yo, watch it. No,
I
do it like I did,
Tyrone,
bro.
I only know two ways of thinking. Two ways. Either all in playoffs or we're tanking for a draft pick.
Prime time.
That's the only two directions.
Prime time.
Like there's
Prime-
no
prime
middle
time.
ground for me.
Go back
Yeah.
and watch our last Tuesday's show, bro.
Oh, I
That's all
remember
I'm
it.
saying.
I remember it.
Don't watch this one exactly.
I remember
So
it.
I
Yep.
watched it again just to bring it
That
back
was
down to
before we
reality,
found
bro.
our
Listen.
quarterback, though. That was before we found our quarterback.
So you know what this is? You know what this is, Tyrone?
Tyrone?
You know what this is? Kevin is a scorned lover.
Why'd you
So
call
now
me?
that Zach Wilson pushed Sam Darnold out of town, now he's trying to push Zach Wilson out of town because he's just bitter about it. That's all it is. It's just
I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to prevent them from rushing him back before he's
no,
ready.
you're just trying to.
You acknowledged it the other night. He wasn't ready before.
And I'm
he got
not
hurt.
rushing him back, but
Yeah,
when
exactly. And that's
Mike
all
White
it's about.
sputters, which will be eventually,
Yeah,
probably
he
sooner than
will.
everybody
But
realizes,
he might not. But he might not.
Zach Wilson will come
Might
back,
not.
and I will embrace him like the number one quarterback that he is, and have fun with it. I'm not.
Yeah,
Prime
yeah.
time.
When he's on the
People-
field, we'll
The
all
people,
embrace
the
him.
people shitting on Zach Wilson now are crazy, dude. I listen. He didn't
Oh, yeah.
play well.
What's that?
It's so early in his career. Shit.
Project, what's that?
If
quarterback
it
you
seems
love with? That never took a snap for the New York Jets in a real game. What's his
Hackenberg.
name? Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
Well, I was talking about that last night. I'm gonna try and change that jersey into a Mike White. I still got the 5. So
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the callers. We'll go to Trav.
Oh, good night.
Hey,
Trav,
what's
what's
going
up,
on,
man?
fellas? How are you?
what's up,
How you doing,
Trav?
man?
Hey, nothing.
going
Thanks for
on?
having me on. It's been a while since I spoke to you guys since the last call-in show, but I wanted to just say first and foremost, I'm excited that the coaching staff was able to admit a mistake and say, you know what, we need some extra help around Zach. We messed up not having a veteran quarterback here or a personal coach that can cater to him. After we had Greg Knapp pass, I think that was going to be his role, and unfortunately, once he passed, Calabrese was in a position he didn't need to be in, and they're righting that wrong. And I think that's huge for the team, as well as the trade for the guard just to bring some competition in. It just shows guys that, you know what, if you're going to stink it up, we're going to bring in guys who can compete and maybe take your position. At this point, I was getting ready to get Tyrone a tryout because that's how bad our line is looking. We just need bodies. So, I mean, I'm glad that they did that. And in terms of like Mike White and stuff, what I really appreciated about his game is just his footwork. His fundamentals were fantastic. Like from just, leading with his hips, just, driving the shoulder, feet being set when you're throwing it. Everything was perfect. And I think that with Beck around Zach, hopefully those things can be a point of emphasis because his fundamentals is what failed him. And that's why he played so poorly. I mean, that's just an absolute fact. Do you guys honestly believe we have a chance in beating Indianapolis? Because I'm buying fool's gold, and I think we can.
If Quentin Nelson's out, dude, that makes things a lot more interesting. They got a lot of injuries. It's a short week. I mean, obviously, can the Jets build off this, man? They're riding high. They're buying in. They're believing in. Will they be aggressive? Will they play the same level? I mean, the Colts have some. I mean, DeForest Buckner against our offensive line. What happens with George Fant? Is he going to be out? Is Chumadoga going to be in? We don't know that. So
Sure.
I mean, they're riding high. I mean, prime time. What do you think? I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, they're still 11-point underdogs. So I mean,
Yeah,
and the other thing too is,
Love
they-
it.
they-
I
they were
love
ju-
it.
yeah.
I love it.
We were double-digit underdogs.
and the
against
Colts level of
Bengals.
That's what I was
competition.
just gonna say, yeah.
They played
Bengals,
some
they were
good
10 and a
teams.
half
They played the
underdogs, too.
Rams. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll
What do you
say,
think, Tyrone? Or excuse
go
me,
ahead.
prime
Go-
time. Go ahead.
Ty, you can go ahead, and I'll go after you.
No, I mean, no, I say this though. No, I'm gonna say this. Like, yeah, I think that like you said, I'm gonna ride the wave like everybody else is, man. I love this team and I love the way they play. Let's a little consistency. That's the way.
Answer the question, man. Can they beat the
win.
Colts?
I mean, of course. I mean,
Do you think they're going to beat the Colts?
I mean, I mean, it's a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But
I don't
nah,
want to hear about a possibility. It is
I mean,
yes or no. Can
nah,
they? Do you think
hey,
they're going to beat the
listen,
Colts?
I told you at the beginning of the show. Now we're gonna lose to the coach by 55. That's what Tyrone says. That's what I'm hoping don't happen, but I'm gonna say that happens. You know what I'm saying? Those are a football team.
Okay, so in your football head, right now, will the Jets beat the Colts on Thursday night?
You damn right there, boy. We're gonna beat the Colts,
there
baby.
we go.
Yes,
There
sir,
we
baby.
go.
Fuck the Colts, baby. We own that, baby. Let's go, baby.
Let's
Mike
go.
White, baby, for president, baby.
Only took you a half hour. Only took you a half hour to break your rule.
Kevin, your thoughts?
I was just gonna say any Thursday night game is pretty much up for grabs. Short week, anything can happen. I think the Jets,
Sure.
like you said, they're riding high coming in off this one. They got all the momentum. The locker room was fired up. The only question is, do they handle it the right way? Last time, I think they got a little too high, and then they came out flat the next 2 weeks. Did they learn from that? Can they actually build off this now? You know, what do the Colts do as far as, studying the film on Mike White, trying to take away all the short passing stuff? Can he hit you with the deep ball? We had Elijah Moore that was open on the one deep ball. He missed him. So can he execute, beyond just, the 5 to 10 yard range? I think we'll find out a lot, but I do think it's going to be a competitive game. I'm not going to say win or loss yet, but I think it's going to be competitive.
That's fair. Last thing I really just wanted to say, and again, I appreciate you guys having me on. What does Vince consume on a daily basis that he thinks we can win 6 to 7 out of our next 10 games and finish 8 or 9 wins? Like, because whatever it is, I might need to start ingesting it because I'm not seeing that whatsoever. I'm just not seeing it.
Do you notice the NFL changes on a weekly basis, dude? And you see it right now. The Tennessee Titans were a team that were steamrolling people, are winning games, real close games. You lose Derrick Henry, your entire season changes. So the Saints lost, they lost their quarterback. Then you have Trevor Siemian. They're trying to figure it out. Like a week by week basis, anything could change. I mean, the Jets had that. They lost Carl Lawson. They lost different players. So it's hard to predict the next 10 games. I'm just on the Thursday, man. Like, let's see.
Exactly.
Because we learned the Titans game, we're all excited. The Falcons game was a disaster. The Patriots game was a bigger disaster. So you've got to string together good performances. And that's where I'm at. I think it's going to be very competitive on Thursday, but to start this 9 wins this year.
I just love the fact the team played inspired ball around Mike White. I think that just shows that the guy's got some kind of charisma or leadership because guys don't get hyped for the backup. They just don't. They mail it in and they try and prevent getting injured and get to next week. So
and we've seen that plenty of times over the last couple of years too.
Yep.
Luke Falk and Trevor Siemian, Flacco.
Did y'all watch the locker room though, man? After
the
game, like,
it
was so
you got to fix your microphone, Tyrone.
I told you barrier, man. Let me know if I'm too bad. I'll jump off. But I want to say this though, like you watch how hyped the guys were because this kid was humble, man. He didn't come out there. He didn't, he was just humble, and it makes you want to believe in a kid like this. I mean,
you can see it on the field, though,
Tom
man.
Brady, baby.
You can see it
I'm hoping Tyson. I'm hoping he's Tom Brady, baby.
We are, but you could see it in terms of emotional. You could see it on the sideline. You could see it in the huddle. Like they were legitimately buying into this kid's passion, his emotion. Like even
him
then,
and CJ Mosley, they flipped the script for us.
Even Jared Davis. But like even when the offense came on the field, the defense came on. They were jumping around. They were energized, man. They were into it, and that's saying a lot in front of a half full stadium when none of us were really believing in them. So it was awesome. Trav, thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
Hey,
thanks for having me on,
man.
fellas. Have a good night.
Great call, Trav. Good talking to you, man.
All right.
Next,
we're gonna go. See, we're gonna go get out of America for a little bit. Get out of the United States, and we're gonna go to a team that has some turmoil right now. They had the Odell Beckham saga. They have Baker Mayfield getting questioned with his shoulder, and he's all fired up. But they still lost. And do you pay him? Do you not pay him? And then
have a quarterback to trade him next year.
Yeah, we may have to give them one of our quarterbacks. No, we should give him Joe Flacco. Maybe they can compete with Case Keenum.
He knows the division. Shit.
Vince.
You normally look happy.
Vincent's calling and that. Vincent's call on that diatribe just made me remember, like, why you should never take crack. Like, first of all, congratulations on the win. It was a good game to watch. I was watching it while I was watching that whatever it is the Browns were doing. They certainly wasn't playing football. But I think the coaching staff have they've pretty much got a real, well, I won't say a really good situation, but they've been handed sort of an opportunity here because nobody wanted to see Zach hurt. But the good thing in that is that it's not an overly serious injury. And now with Mike White, they allow Zach to catch his breath a bit, watch, see what's going on. And then the pressure on the coaching staff as a whole is removed as well, because no one's expecting anything with Mike. Well, no one was expecting anything with Mike White playing. But now that, he's the next coming of Joe Montana, everybody's, Vincent reckons he's going to go 7-2 for the rest of the season and finish up 9-8. If it happens, hey, I guess if it happens, I'm shotgunning 8 beers and falling off my water tank at home and potentially dying if he's made the playoffs. So maybe Vincent knows more than what we do. But yeah, I just think that the opportunities there is to just, I heard what you were saying before, Tyson, and obviously it's all about Zach, right?
Yep.
But when, I guess the question becomes is, and just because Mike White wasn't drafted as high as Zach, and I'm not saying this is true as of today, but everybody's constantly evaluating their quarterbacks. And if Mike White is a better option at the moment, maybe you sort of do the old Zach's knee isn't progressing as fast as we want. And we just give him a little bit more time to prepare and not to prepare, to watch what's going on and just to let the NFL marinate.
To heal.
To heal. Because what I've seen from him, like while he was playing, is that you use the word lost a lot, Tyson. I like to use the word, like, it's very, very similar to Baker Mayfield. Is Baker Mayfield has this thing in his head that he is the type of quarterback that is going to make things happen, when in reality, he's the type of quarterback that needs to play in the system and take what the offense has schemes for him to do. Zach, while he has the raw skill and talent to be a Patrick Mahomes and a Aaron Rodgers type guy that can sling it, I think in the early stages, he just needs to take a step back and, instead of thinking that he's Zach Wilson, think that, oh, I'm actually Mike White. And I think that's what you saw, is Mike White wasn't out there going, I'm going to throw this ball 70 yards and make the greatest play in the history of the world. I'm just going to throw the check down. I'm going to throw to where the play is. And you saw a change in the offense. That's what I think the biggest thing was, is that Mike White knows within himself that I'm not Superman, so I've got to play like I'm Batman. Whereas Zach Wilson's been playing like he thinks he's Superman. Baker Mayfield thinks he's freaking Superman and Iron Man and everybody combined. And that's where we're falling over.
I 1,000% agree with you. I completely agree with you. Mike White took what was in front of him, made the easy throws. So this is what the defense is giving me. I'm going to keep making these throws. I think one of the problems with Zach Wilson is week by week, he felt more and more pressure to make those big plays and make all those money throws because he was struggling. He's like, you know what? I want to make up for my last 2 throws with this big, like, I think he was just overwhelmed. He was playing hero football because he didn't know what to do. He was just in over his head at that point. And, he's trying to rectify it, taking chances he should have to take. And then once he started doing that, he couldn't even do the fundamental football anymore. He couldn't make the screen pass, the short throws, the little out routes. He was struggling with everything. Your point's dead on, dude. Completely. I could not agree more.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think, Prime Time?
I think, like,
no, I was going to say, I mean, you were completely spot on. We talked about that a little bit last night. I mean, when Wilson was out there, one of the things we kept saying was that his best attribute is when he's on the run, when he's improvising, when he's doing things on his own, and using his mobility, airing it out.
So this is an interesting development in the chat. Just as this is how things work. I'm going to be doing a live stream for the Colts game. So now our good friend Panda is going to be doing a stream right against ours. Good luck getting on the show.
Come on, Panda.
Good luck, Panda. It was nice knowing you. Just good luck. So, go ahead, Darren.
I think that one thing that I've sort of noticed, and our offensive schemes are similar. I'm not going to say they're the same, but they sort of come from the same tree. And the Browns' offense is really predicated on rhythm. Like when the running game's moving and Baker's getting those short, quick passes out, and then he hits those long ones, and he's in rhythm, and the offense is in rhythm. The Browns' offense is probably one of the best in the NFL. We saw the first game of the season against the Chiefs. We saw it against the Chargers. When they're in a rhythm, they're incredibly hard to stop. But as soon as they get on the back foot for whatever reason and they get out of that rhythm, whether it's a couple of 3-and-outs or whatever, they really stall. And then Baker says, probably goes in his head like, I've got to do something now, similar to what you said, Tyson, with Zach. And I think, and I'm not in the office, and of course I don't know anything about NFL. I just watch it like you guys. But I think sometimes some of these quarterbacks need to be humbled a bit and told, hey, come on, man. Like, you're the face of the franchise and all that bullshit, but it's not all about you. You're hurting the team. And I think, like, going back to the Browns, what you were saying is, as much as I was tweeting yesterday about Baker, I'm not as off him as what those tweets may have assumed. I think with Baker and the Browns is Baker needs to play more like he's Eli Manning and Peyton Manning than play like Lamar Jackson, the guys with big arms, Aaron Rodgers, and that. He needs to play. He's limited physically as far as his mobility goes, and he needs to play like that rather than trying to think, oh, I'm getting flushed out of the pocket. Hey, you know what? I can run for 15 yards and he makes 3. Like, that's just my amateur observation.
The biggest thing is this, though. The biggest thing is this, though, Baker Mayfield, that I see. If, like you said earlier, take the 3 yards, take the 4 yards, take that, keep the chains moving. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to force things and make things happen, and I think this was Zach was doing it. I think Mike White just showed us that. Take the 3 yards, take the 4, keep the chains moving, get these first downs. That's how you get in a rhythm. I think with the Browns, you have an excellent running game. And I think sometimes, like, I think Baker and Zach put the same kind of thing, the hero ball. You can't win like that. You know what I'm saying? You play the most important position on the field. And if you're not making the small plays, getting the ball to your playmakers' hands, plus you had a couple of major drops last week. You know what I'm saying? Landry doesn't normally, he's short-handed as a mug. He dropped 2 big balls, man. That was crucial for y'all as well. But I think that when y'all play teams like Pittsburgh, I think it's the physicality, man. I think you guys just wasn't as physical as you guys normally are, and that's what happens.
Yeah, I think the whole
he's a good quarterback.
Yeah, the whole season, like, we lost our left guard, our left and right tackle through injuries. Both running backs have been out. The wide receivers have been injured. So the whole offense as a whole is out of whack and out of sync. And I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I think.
Come on, man! You got to believe. You were a championship-bound team only a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but a lot can happen in 6 weeks. I mean, when I looked at when I watched, a lot can happen in a week. When I watched last week's show, everybody was ready to basically go down to MetLife and burn it to the ground. And now it's like now we're going to the playoffs and winning the AFC Championship. It's amazing what a week does in the NFL, gents.
Sure does.
The last thing I just wanted to say is I'm a bit sad because I really enjoyed last week and Tyson going to 1,000. It was one of my favorite. It was my favorite show of the season. I think he said.
I'll be able to get him going.
When I was watching the game live stream, Tyson said at, I think it was the 3-minute and 13 mark of the game, I can't do this anymore. He goes, like, you go back and watch the live stream of the game and watch how the game starts and how Tyson, how quickly he goes to, I can't do this anymore. I can't handle it. It's just,
that Patriot game broke you, man. That Patriot game was rough, man.
That was some of the best quality entertainment I've ever seen in my life. It was just, oh man, like I didn't watch the live stream, because I didn't watch the Jets game live. I watched it back later, and when I was watching the game and syncing up the stream and Tyson, it was freaking absolutely brilliant. It's amazing. That's how we are as fans. The rise and fall, and that's what makes it enjoyable. It makes it enjoyable. Otherwise, if your team just won every week, how boring would it be? It'd be fantastic, but I'd like
to be that board.
I'll take that board. I'll take the board any day of the week.
Darren, thanks for calling.
You just like to be in a team that wins. You just like to be in a team that wins like 2 weeks in a row at the moment.
Yeah. What kind of fun with that stream?
It's on Thursday.
Have a good night, man.
All right, see you
later, Darren.
Bro.
Good talking to you.
Yeah, I like to be that board where we win every week. I mean, that'd be just give me that torture, please. Let's see.
I can't imagine what that would be like after 6 years.
Yeah, that Patriots stream, man, that one broke me. I was pissed the entire week. Primetime was like, how many more videos you're gonna make? I was making a video every day, just ripping everybody. I didn't give a shit. And the worst thing was, thank guys, you guys can't see my Twitter account, my response to the people, because I was going at it with everybody. I'm like, don't follow me, unfollow us, don't watch the show. I don't give a shit.
You know what's bad to me?
I
think last week was our worst show ever, bro. Because I wasn't feeling it, bro. Like I was like, I didn't want to do this shit.
Especially
this
the game
shit
preview.
Sucks,
We had no
it
interest
just
in doing
me,
that.
bro. Like it just killed me, man. It's like that shit hurt, bro. Like so that's why this week, man. I promised him I can't even blame you, bro. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I ain't no Vincent Kool-Aid. I'm not crazy, but I'm happy.
All right, we're gonna keep going to the calls. The link is out there. I think our studio is
Hold
full.
on, we have another interesting development in the chat. So at least according to Just Jets, we're the second best YouTube channel out there. So proud of that.
Second best? All right.
Number 2. We're number 2. We made it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know how many there are, but that's cool. So I'm not sure that's a good thing or bad thing, but all right. What are you gonna do, man? Listen, we're just fans, man. We're gonna go to our good friend Jomo, the Coors Light guy.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
What's up, Jomo?
Yo, nothing much. Nothing much. Let's not forget about Wilson now, guys. Come on. I'm happy with the performance Mike White put out there. Yeah. Come on now.
Don't worry, Jomo. I can mute prime time if you want. It's no big deal.
I can unmute it too.
No, he's good. Dog's going nuts right now. But
even he hates
Wilson. He's a Mike White fan.
Hey guys, CJ Mosley proves time and time again that he's a key piece to this team. I mean, he really is. Like, he just gets that defense going. He's the anchor of that defense, and when he's not in there, 54 points. I mean, 31, that's a lot, sure, but
can we give that a caveat though? Now, I like CJ Mosley. He's playing at a Pro Bowl level, but when you replace CJ Mosley with a undersized middle linebacker that's never played there before, the expectation of what's going to happen is exactly what happened. I mean, that's if you would have had a Jared Davis or somebody else, but you put Sherwood was in over his head, dude. He was just getting manhandled. He did, like, how many times did he get run over prime time? I mean, Sherwood was just getting destroyed.
He was getting hit. He was getting hit, bro.
Yeah, he was taking it. But I think the biggest difference, right? Biggest difference from
I like him.
Yeah, I like James Smith too. But I think the biggest difference from Sunday and all the other games were LaFleur being in the box. To be completely honest, I mean, the play calling it didn't get predictable. Against the Patriots, I thought Wilson looked good early. I thought he was getting the ball going. Guys were making plays, getting the ball in the hands of receivers before he got hurt. But the play calling kind of got stale. You know, it got really predictable. But against the Bengals, man, he just kept mixing it up. You know, quick passes, the screen game was working. And another big thing is the screen game in weeks prior, the offensive line were always just like in the wrong position, not in the right spots. Screens were getting blown up. I mean, the screen game was it was moving, and it could have been the way the Bengals were playing their defense. Yeah.
You think it was more LaFleur than it was like Mike White just kind of executing the playbook?
I mean, yeah, but I think it's both. I think Mike White played phenomenal. There's no debating that. 405 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, the guy played lights out. I couldn't have asked for anything more. But I think LaFleur played or called the best game of his career thus far.
I'm kind of with primetime, man. I think LaFleur called a good game, but I think Mike White was very comfortable in the offense, knew where he wanted to throw the ball to, and got rid of it ridiculously fast. Like,
for sure.
I don't think we ever saw Zach Wilson in that kind of rhythm since he's been here. Mike White dropped back, got rid of it.
He gets flustered early.
And then when you have that,
is how many passes did they start the game off with? What, 7
well, that's one thing. But the other thing is,
you get a quarterback going.
He was 5 for 5 to start the game.
Run.
Yeah,
right. But that's how you get the quarterback.
But did they not have confidence in Wilson to do that to start a game? That's like kind of where I was going with it. Like, was Mike LaFleur not able to call his game because Wilson was holding him back? Was the offense successful because Mike White kept them in a rhythm? That's just kind of like what I'm wondering right now.
You can't
I think we'll find out
outrate
more in the next 2
Wilson,
weeks.
And he
but
was getting the ball. Listen, he was getting the ball. Listen, he was going through his progressions. Y'all notice that? It wasn't
For
like he
sure.
was just keying in. He's going through his progressions quickly. You know what I'm saying? So he
Yeah.
made everybody else look better. So I was happy with that, bro.
they got him going, man. I mean, he really got it going. He was just in the rhythm the whole game, it looked like.
Yeah, but to see the other thing though, that I'm not making excuses for Zach Wilson, but when Mike White got the offense going, when you get the short passing game going, then you can run the ball more. It opens up more things where you have the flexibility to do more motion, do play action, do end around because now the defense off balance. Like you have like they were off balance. Then you can open up your playbook and do different things because they couldn't. You're worried about the run, the pass. What are you going to do? You can be unpredictable. Under Zach Wilson, they were very predictable because they're getting 3 and off every time pretty much. So it's like a trickle down effect.
Run pass a lot too. There was that pattern of run pass. I just wonder where that came from. Were they trying to baby Wilson, or like what went into that thought process?
Yeah. There's no debating that the play calling was definitely better. I mean, in my eyes, at least. Mike White played great. I think Mike White deserves to play up until that Bills game, depending on how his performances are. I think he deserves a shot to play against the Bills 100%. He played lights out. I mean, you couldn't have asked for anything more. I don't think we're going to beat the Colts.
Come on, man.
Dude, I think we can't overrate them again. I don't forget how I felt last week. I mean, that was fucking terrible.
You're gonna give them all the credit and then underrate us is what you're gonna do.
No, I think they're gonna compete. I think it's gonna be a good game, but I just think the Colts are a better team. The Colts are a good team.
So what if Quentin Nelson can't play?
Our pass rushers couldn't even get Matt Ryan with CJ Mosley on the field. So
they got to Joe Burrow.
Franklin Myers is due.
Franklin Myers is due.
Joe Burrow. They sacked Joe Burrow how many times? 3 times? 4 times?
3 times. But look, I just don't think we're going to beat the Colts. I think the Colts are a good team. I think they know that their division is theirs to lose right now. And I think they're all fired up. They just came off of an overtime loss. We came off of a good win. But I am not forgetting about how this team played the first 6 weeks.
It's supposed to be a terrific Tuesday, and this is what you're bringing to the show, Jomo. I had faith in you.
Hey man,
Jomo,
I got to bring
that's fair though. That's fair though. He wants to see it consistent. Got to build off.
I do.
I want to see this just like the Titan game. If they come out and lay 2 clunkers, then it means nothing.
Hey, Jomo, you said something. You said something earlier about the coordinator, right? But honestly, man, the quarterback play was better, right? Let's be real. The quarterback play was better. That's why the offense.
Quarterback play was so much better. I was far and away. He was making throws. He wasn't missing the easy throws, and that's huge.
So we can't
So
say
is Mike White a top 5 quarterback now?
No.
Come on, Valentine. Stop with that, bro.
I mean,
if he throws for 300 yards and gets another 3 touchdowns and we stay in the game, I'm going to be all in. I promise you, I'll be all in.
There'll be a statue at MetLife when he does that. Shit.
Yeah. He's got to prove it though. He's got to prove it to me.
I agree.
The whole team. It's not just Mike White. It's the whole team. Show me consistency.
Got a lot to prove.
Everybody does. Ashton Davis, I saw him. I don't really like the way he's playing right now. Yeah. Van Roten, who the fuck said he was good? He's terrible. I saw a bunch of plays yesterday with Van Roten. But another guy I wanted to mention, Elijah Vera Tucker. He's looking like a great pick. Absolute stud. He's our best offensive lineman by far, even with Becton in there. And that's a home run hit trading up for him.
That's true. Jomo, good talking to you. I'm very disappointed in your negativity.
Hey, as always. So. It's honesty. Come on. Come back to reality, guys. Come on.
You know what's going to happen Jomo, is the Jets are going to shit the bed on Thursday, and then Friday you're going to give me the I told you so. We'll be fine.
I'm not that guy.
Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. Don't even try.
No,
Have a good night, man.
Take it easy, guys.
Have a good night, man.
You know, the one interesting thing about Thursday night, though, to me, is going to be the left tackle position. Obviously, right now, Becton's not going to be back for another month at least. He's going to be out for a while. And then it's like, what happens if Fant can't play? Adoga played very well last week, but the Colts defensive line is, dude, they got some studs up there, man. That could be a legitimate problem. That's the blind side of Mike White, man. That could be a problem.
Yep, and especially if they're trying to take away the short passing game, if they're throwing some blitzes at him, going with some stunts and shit like that, trying to confuse him.
Tyron, what happened
I
to your
think-
light
I
down
think
there,
he's
man? You
gonna
look
see
like
some
you're.
different looks.
We lost them all
Oh,
together now.
shit. I was completely gone. Damn.
So prime time, I got a question for you. So right
Yeah.
now we're at the portion we answer some questions from the chat. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what school did Jalen Smith go to?
Do we have to answer that? It's not relevant. Same school that Josh Adams went to, and he didn't do anything for us.
But in all seriousness, the linebacker position right now, the Jets have been decimated by injuries. You got Jared Davis back, Blake Cashman's out, all this. And I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's just being a Notre Dame homer. He just flashed out in Green Bay." Dude, for the league minimum, I'd bring in Jalen Smith. Give him a try, dude. Who gives a shit? He's got
He's
speed.
old either, right? Isn't he like
No.
27, 28? Yeah, he's not that old. And
He's got
he was,
speed.
he
Blitz
was
him.
a potential top 10 pick before he got hurt. He's got some pass rush ability. Obviously, he's not that same player anymore, but it's not like we have a dominant guy coming off the edge right now.
But
Boston's
usually
hurt,
he's usually in
Frank
the middle,
Myers
but
hasn't done-
I'm sure you could find a role for him.
he's in the middle, really?
Yep.
Really?
All right. We will go to, let's see here. We got a whole
like
bunch
a
of people.
pass rusher.
No, he's only had like 3 or 4 sacks. He's not a big guy, but he
Really?
just flies around. We will go. Who
What
you
do
want,
what-
prime time?
what
We
do
got a
you
bunch
like?
of. It's in the middle.
Uh,
We'll go to Nick.
What is up, guys?
How are you, man?
Good.
What's up, Nick?
Dude, this team is Jekyll and Hyde. Like, they make me bipolar. I don't understand it.
That's all right.
Like, they can't beat the most average teams in the league, but they beat the 2 best teams in the AFC. I will never understand it. It's how they've been for 20 goddamn years, but whatever.
That's true.
Yeah. Dude, can I just express my disgust with these clowns like Michael Kay and Peter Rosenberg and all these other guys claiming that the Jets made a mistake drafting Zach Wilson number 2 overall because of one game Mike White had. And, they had this guy on the roster the entirety of the offseason, and he threw for 400 yards, and they wasted the number 2 overall pick on a quarterback. Like, what the hell are we doing here? What are we doing?
Was there this big market where teams all across the NFL were chasing Mike White when he was cut how many times from the
No.
Jets practice squad?
No.
about 10 times last year he got cut.
No. But, dude, like, all I'm telling a bunch of Jet fans, like, just give it time and stop overreacting to one game. Like, I'm pumped for this performance. I'm pumped that the Jets got a huge win. I guess the number 1 seed in the AFC. But, dude, at the end of the day, it's one game.
No,
And I'm
you're
not
right.
being like Jomo, Mr. Negativity, because I
No.
love
Dude, you're right.
I
You're
love
completely
the
right, dude.
performance, but like we can't overreact to one game. If people to be saying Wilson's
Totally right.
a bust,
It's
It's
a
just a
good
little
potential.
much.
It's a good potential problem to have. We get to watch Mike White for the
Oh,
next
yeah.
couple weeks. If he balls out, then you got 2 quarterbacks on your roster that have a bright future. And if not, then it's Wilson's job as soon as he's ready.
And not even
Yeah.
that. But the other thing is this: not even that. You may have a very good backup quarterback for the future as well. So just
That's
say
true.
Mike White flames out. He's not as great as we think he is, or whatever else, but he's still very serviceable. You'll say,
Yeah.
you know what? You can re-sign on whatever contract you want and say, you know what? You're a backup guy. So if Zach Wilson does go down, we feel comfortable putting you in. Because the Jets haven't
Right.
had a backup quarterback they try. I mean, you had McCown, but I mean, the last couple of years you had Luke Falk and these other clowns. So listen,
my
it may
God.
be it could be a piece in the puzzle either way.
yeah. And to me, it really depends on what the Jets are trying to do. Like if you're trying to win games, you start Mike White, I would assume.
Yep.
But if you want to develop your rookie quarterback, by logic, you would sit Mike White even if he is playing well and get Zach Wilson the reps. If that's what they're trying to do, I wouldn't do it.
Can't you still develop?
I
Zach
wouldn't
Wilson on
do
the
it.
bench?
But
He
like
doesn't have to play to develop.
Yep.
I think right now, especially obviously while he's hurt, you're going to take the time to get him back up. But I mean, just sitting,
Yeah, I know.
watching, getting to learn the
Yeah, I
offense,
know.
watching how Mike White's taking the easy stuff. I think he can learn a lot from this for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I know.
We saw it with
That's not-
Darnold, the first 2 years. We've seen. I just went through the quarterbacks: Pennington, Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. Like a lot of great quarterbacks have had a chance to sit early on. So I think this could be a
like
good
I
thing.
know like that's not what I would do, but I'm saying if the Jets think that their priority is developing Zach Wilson, I think that they're going to start Wilson over Flacco. I mean, if Mike White plays really, really well, then yeah, they might start him. But my mind has the Jets will start Wilson. That's not what I would do, but I think that's what they're going to
So-
do.
Yeah, see, I
They threw him into the fire week 1. So, like, what do you expect at this point? I mean, they threw him into the fire week 1 without
Yeah.
any NFL experience. So it's a weird situation. It really
it's
is.
a weird situation, but I'll respectfully disagree with you. And this is where I'm going to go with this: is if Mike White is playing well, the Jets' priority, while they want to groom a young quarterback, is also winning too. They're trying to win games,
Yeah.
man. They're not going to,
And
because
you,
Salah's trying
and
to
you have 10
establish
other, and you have 10 other guys on the roster too.
right. You're trying to
On the
establish a culture. You're trying to establish a program. You're not worried about tanking. You're worried about winning games. And if you want to keep your locker room, you're going to play the guy they're all buying into, especially if he's playing well. If Mike White's
Yeah,
playing well, you'd be
point.
like, all right, guys, I know you guys love him, but you know what? We got Zach to play. That's how you divide your room. So if he's playing well, you keep playing him. And then once it phases out, there's a way to handle this, but we got to get there first. I mean, he's got to make the case to keep playing. If he starts to stumble and they start going backwards, then it's an easy decision for the Jets.
Let me ask you guys a question. If Mike White throws for 198 yards and like 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown against the Colts, do you start him against the Bills or do you?
They win?
He gets one more game for me. He gets one more game. Regardless of Thursday night, short week, he gets Buffalo for me.
Too.
If both of those
Okay,
games are
fair.
bad, then Wilson comes back.
And
There's no
to
reason
be
what was the initial timetable too? 3 to 4 weeks?
yeah, I'm telling you,
Give
they
him-
I
already
forgot what they
maximum
said, like
time
2
to
to
get
4
back.
weeks roughly. I think they
Give him the
said.
maximum time.
Salah's already there. Dude, let's be honest. Do they honestly, and this is going to be whatever kind of attitude you take from me, I don't really care. Do you honestly think they want to bring him back against the Buffalo Bills, one of the best teams in the
no.
AFC? Or you say, you know
It's
what, let's bring him back the
ferocious
week later and then, make it a little
It's
bit
what,
easier. And
Dolphins
that's,
the week after, I think. Right?
is it Texans or Dolphins? Who is it?
I'm,
Somebody,
I'm pretty sure it's the Dolphins. Yeah,
But-
but
Right now.
I still have no clue why Flacco's here. Get him the fuck out of here.
Dolphins
I
at
don't know
home.
why he's on this team.
yeah, I mean, the whole Flacco thing, I would have
mean,
traded him
that's
today. if I
Flacco-
could.
that's- Flacco trade
That's
pissed
where
me
you
off
bring.
even
That's
more
where you
now.
bring Wilson back.
Because you had a competent backup in the room, obviously, in Mike White that you didn't notice until now when you traded for Flacco.
That's
to
where
me,
they
it's
missed their
just-
opportunity to look good. Like they could have just held firm, not traded a draft pick. Said no, this is our
Yeah.
guy that we believed in all along. We're going to show you why we had confidence in him to be our backup. But no,
Well,
they
and-
traded
Yeah,
the
and also
draft pick, they panicked, and you already had Josh Johnson there too as a veteran.
Yeah. And the thing I really am wondering about is, like, how did Mike White do in training camp if he had this amazing game against a great defense against the Bengals? Like, was Mike White outplaying Zach Wilson in training camp, but they just chose to start Wilson anyway because he needed the reps and
Talked about that
development?
last night, yeah.
Or was Mike White just bad in training camp? All of a sudden, he had this great game against the Bengals. He came out of nowhere. Like, that's what's really messing with my mind is, like, is Mike White really better than Zach Wilson right now, or did he just have a great game all of a sudden?
Well,
That's
for
what
me,
time will tell.
it's
Yeah.
less about that, and also just kind of wondering like, what was the coaching staff watching in training camp? Like, did they just already have it in their mind
Right.
that Zach Wilson was starting week 1 no matter what? Did they actually give Mike White a legitimate chance to potentially earn the job? Like, if he was the better quarterback, would he have played week 1 or no? It almost seemed like they
Well,
had
they
it in
just
their
gave
mind
Zach
that,
Wilson the job the
yeah,
day
that
they
Wilson was
drafted
going
him.
to be the starter no matter what. Yeah.
Like, they gave Wilson the job the day they drafted him, and they threw him into the fire right away. I always thought that was a horrible idea.
Well, that's
he
why
comes
we
from
said
BYU. I mean, their schedule was a joke last year. Like, as much as I love Zach Wilson, I mean, Wilson is going from playing San Diego State to playing the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick. To me, that was not the best idea. Like, he needs time to sit and learn for just a little bit instead of throwing him into the fire right away. That's how I've always felt.
that's
You guys. That's how I've always felt. Like, yeah. And, like, one more point I wanted to make is this defense, they really shouldn't fall apart just because one player is injured. I mean, like, Mosley got injured, and they just completely got demolished against the Patriots. To me, that's kind of an indictment on the coaching staff. I mean, you can't just have your defense fall apart because one player who was the leader of your defense. I'm not discounting Mosley at all. But if one player is injured and your defense completely falls apart, to me, that's not the greatest sign. Like,
Problem is you have so many rookies on that defense. But go ahead.
well, yeah, but, like, I don't know, man. It's just weird how the defense, like, one player makes a huge astronomical difference. To me, that bothers me a little bit.
Well,
I don't know about you guys, but
it's one player, but it's also the entire linebacker group because they were all getting hurt. I mean, in that one game, how many players?
Oh yeah,
got
Jared
down?
Davis. I forgot Jared Davis.
He was out. Blake Cashman's out. Every guy they brought in was out, and then you're bringing guys off the street or guys with limited experience. Saying now, not only you a starter, now you got to call plays. Now you got to call this. I mean, it was less than ideal, man. But and then the defensive line didn't hold their own. It's just like kind of it's weird. And then you see this week where the defensive line created havoc. So it's just you never know, man. It's a work in
weird. They're hot
progress.
and cold. Yeah. I'll
The
have
roller
room for
coaster
Mike
ride all
White.
year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Have a good
crazy.
night, man. Thanks for calling in.
All right, peace, brothers. Have a good one.
You too.
You too, man. Be good.
All right. So we got here. Yeah, I mean, some of the what's up, Abby? How you doing? I mean, the whole, should have Zach Wilson have started week one? If not, I mean, that's an argument for a different day at this point. I mean, the one thing I was interested in it is if Zach Wilson didn't get hurt at some point, would they have benched him and said, you know what, you need to take a break? And would the Jets have felt comfortable to put Mike White in or not? And for some reason, I don't think they would have. I think this was they got lightning in a bottle here. Like this, to me, they got quite fortunate that Mike White came in and played well. And Zach, the way it's all transpired, the Jets got kind of lucky, because if they felt this confident in Mike White and Zach Wilson was struggling the way he was struggling, they would have benched him. Like, we have our guy.
And like we just said, you don't make the trade for Flacco either.
Yeah, it's just they got very lucky with all this. And then you look at the way Josh Johnson came in and played quite well. He looked like he was comfortable, ran the offense. He could have had a touchdown pass to Mims. Like,
even when he wasn't playing, he looked the part of a backup, like a veteran backup that's trying to mentor a young kid. Like, that's what you want.
You didn't need Flacco. So the Jets got a little bit of luck here too with this. So, but we'll
better to be lucky than good, right?
That's true. We're gonna go to the pessimist.
Who's that?
Your microphone's not out. I got you. No.
What's up, guys? How are you doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
He's whispering. He's hiding again.
I'm not hiding. I'm talking like normal. I'm talking like a normal person.
He's got that smooth voice. Like he's got. I can't let the wife hear me.
You guys are funny last week. Well, no, that's you.
Not yet.
Waiting for those bathroom breaks, all right?
Nah, I really go to the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah, you haven't. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. It was you guys were real funny like 2 weeks ago. Tyson, you were going off, and I was like, I couldn't even stand watching this game. I shut it off at halftime. I didn't even watch the second half. I didn't really care. I didn't watch any of your content for the week.
Thanks.
I was just like so
appreciate it.
I know, because I was disappointed. Obviously, not because you guys are not good, but I was just like, can't deal with this, man. It was just so awful. And then, man, that game was unbelievable. I couldn't believe how cool it was, actually. And the comeback, I watched the highlights this morning, and I think I made a comment on one of your videos, and I was like pumping my fist when I saw Lawson take that interception. I was like, this is just the highlights. I know exactly what's happening, and I'm still like pumping my fist like crazy. So
you should have seen this guy knocking over fans. And
I was going nuts, man.
I could have seen you probably like kick someone in the face, little Muay Thai knee into the belly, right?
I was all fired up.
Yeah, it was fun. I think
felt good to have that energy back though.
Yeah, and it's real. It's like a real game, man. It's a real feeling. It's pretty cool. Anyway, like White went 11 for 11, I think, at the beginning of the game. I was like, was this real? Is this actually happening? Like, why is he doing so well? And I think you're right. He was getting the ball out quickly. He was doing reads, but there were times where he was like, okay, I'm not going to, I have this
tea
open.
Is ready.
What?
Is that your tea in the background?
No.
Do you hear that? Did you hear the whistling? I thought your tea was ready. Go ahead.
It does sound like tea.
All right. I'm sorry. I don't think it's me.
No, it's all right.
Maybe you farted. Anyway, is it still going?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Anyway, all right. Okay. Anyway, so I think these guys. I think White did a great job, and I think Wilson. You saw how bad his footwork was, and how he just was. I don't know what it was going on with him. I still don't even know what's going on with him. Maybe he's just mentally just washed because of all the hit he took in the first two games. You know what I mean? And he's just like not there. And
he was overwhelmed. I think, man, overwhelmed by the moment, the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he wants to succeed. He hears the fans. He knows the media's on him. Like, and he wants to. He wants to thrive himself. So it's just this time off probably good for him.
I think he really wanted it, but what was really interesting was all the positivity that was coming from all the players.
Yeah.
Towards Mike White, which is really odd because he's just a backup, But obviously, there's something about him that is actually pretty good. It must be, and I'm surprised that Joe Douglas or whoever didn't see any of this. Like they didn't. They were like such. They didn't really like they thought it was another Luke Falk probably. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Like that's why we got Joe Flacco, just in case that this night was going to be bad, because this is going to be in front. I mean, Thursday night it's going to be bad. It might be in front of everybody, right? And they're like, "Holy
Yep.
crap, we lose 51 to
That's what I thought
14
it was for.
again." Yeah, I think so too. I believe you were right, PT. You said it, and I believe it. So, but guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you having me on, and I think it's 55% Colts, 45% Jets. But I think the Jets are going to win. I think that I want the
Take those
Jets to
odds.
win.
like
I
those
think those
odds.
are the odds. I think that's how it is because it's a home game for the Colts. But it does not mean I don't think the spread is it's like a 14 spread. I don't think it's going to be 14. I think it's going to be like 4.5. That's like 5. That's where it
There you
is.
go.
Somewhere
For a
around
one
there.
score game.
One score game. That's it. I think it's going to come down to
Oh my
one score
God.
game. It's either going to be, and it hopefully doesn't come down to Amendola. If it comes down to Amendola, that's a problem.
The minute he comes out, we all crack drinks.
Yeah, and you guys are going to be doing 2 shotguns.
Do it. Have a good night, man.
All right, Jim. Peace.
Have a good night, man.
All right.
Later.
Another good call. So again, thank you guys for all joining. I could have swore that was a T, dude. Did you hear that whistle?
Yeah, I thought so too. I don't know what that was.
So we got
Glad
go back
it's
to
not
some
me,
quick comments here. Yeah, I think I say what's the whistle? I thought we heard it too. Kieran has to go back into the cage after this. All right. Darren didn't think it was odd the players clearly love White as a teammate. They know that Zach Wilson is the talent. I think they rallied around him, man. He had a lot of energy, he brought a lot of passion to the field, and they all bought off it. And they were getting results. They were scoring points. They were in the game, which probably built momentum up. The crowd was slowly getting into it.
They were hyping him up before the game too. I know Ty Johnson had a bunch of quotes and a few other guys. Like, this is what we see every week in practice. And I know that's like the cliche quote that we always get, but maybe it's legit. Who knows?
So, and now it's like slowly but surely, we went from one of the worst teams in football that were poorly coached, poorly managed, had no effort, to now we're going to go on a winning streak and we're going to beat the Colts. So, speaking of we were going to lose and we suck, let's bring on Afram, who was completely down on his team, and now he's back.
Yeah, I'm not talking playoffs.
Are you talking beating the Colts?
AFC Championship. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I needed.
Why?
That's what I needed.
I know, but I knew you wanted to
dream
hear
big, right? Dream big.
that. But listen, it was a great game. I like the fact that they had the ball 13 minutes more than the Bengals. Bengals were in a shit team. It was a solid team. They had nobody out. What's up, Nick? They had nobody out. They had their full potential. But what I liked more, besides Mike White's decisiveness, he was never happy feet in during the game.
Very composed.
Yeah. Very, very composed. So now, what do we see in that? Possibly, maybe he was learning the first 6 games of the season. Okay, he's not getting first team reps. He's getting second team reps, but he's learning the game plan. He's actually following. He's listening to his offensive coordinator, and he's making the plays that they want him to make.
Yep.
He's not trying to be a hero. He's not trying to be a gunslinger. You don't have to prove that you can throw the ball 70 yards. Not yet. He has to win 2 games in a row. but it was just, and I'm sure the defense loved the fact that they had so many times they can take a break without having 3 and outs. And the big thing is you take the 3-yard pass, but what was happening is that the running backs were and the receivers were getting the ball 3 yards down, and they were getting like 9 yards on the first play. So there was always a manageable second down. And
I think they had close to 300 yards after the catch too, or something like that.
And you had both running backs was a total of 14 catches.
Yeah,
So
Michael
they got
Carter
the ball
was phenomenal, man.
Yeah, and listen, Ty Johnson was very good too.
Yep.
Yeah, also listen. I think they need to. They don't have the O line to go up the middle on goal line stance. They have the speed to go around, and I don't know why they never went around on the side.
Or the size, but even like the size of Mims, man, like a fade pass to the corner. Let him use athletic ability, man. Like that's some of those play calls drive me crazy.
Yeah, or have Elijah Moore come across the slot Just
Yep.
toss him the ball and
Yep.
let him run. You know, you got so many options. Maybe he learns. Key thing, LaFleur has to be in the booth. And quite frankly, I would this next game, I'd bring Wilson up in the booth and show him why I need to be up there.
Wasn't he with them Wasn't he there this week too, though? Wasn't he up in the booth with them?
I saw him down in the what you call it on the playing field. They didn't. I noticed watching on the TV, they didn't have the camera on him much.
That's why I thought he was. That's why I thought he was up in the booth. I thought he was because he couldn't be on the field because of his foot. They wanted him to get hurt.
Yeah, I don't know, but I would bring him up there just to say, hey, this is what I see. This is why it's important for me to be up there and relay to you downstairs. There's no need.
But the other thing, Afram, too, is now that you have his quarterback coach there, you have John Beck on the sideline too. That could be a big thing. 'Cause I guess the one thing that he was saying is that he, when he came off the field, he wants somebody to talk to directly like that. He likes that interaction. If you now, I guess Calabrese or Kavanaugh should have been that guy, but I guess not. But maybe if he has that comfort level with John Beck, maybe that's a good thing too. Then,
yeah, I mean, Johnson was very engaged with Mike White on the bench. That was great to see. It was what I liked the most was before the first half was over, where they ran down the field in like in a real good 2-minute drill, and they were moving that ball constantly, and that would have been such a great touchdown with Coles catching that ball, but unfortunately it did.
But you know what? Even better though. When was the last time that you had a play like that overturned and the team actually bounced back and still got the touchdown? Like when have they faced that kind of adversity and they still make the play after and they get it right?
And he made another great throw to Berrios, and Berrios kept his feet in. Yeah, and I think these guys just said, "Hey, look, this is actually working," and they were so happy that this guy was sticking to the plan, because what they were doing in practice is now coming into fruition on the field, and all their hard work is now paying off. So I think that's what they go. My opinion is what they grabbed out of the whole thing, and they're so excited because everything that they were learning actually came to fruition, and they won the game. They won this game not on luck. They won this game from hard work and persistence. Okay.
Okay. So, I got the money question for you though.
Sure.
The handling of Mike White, since Captain Chaos up there is trying to stir the pot since 8:00 tonight. Do you agree with the way the Jets are handling Mike White by not saying anything definitive about Zach Wilson? They're kind of like, listen, game by game, we see what happens.
You always play the hot hand. That's my thing. You always play the hot hand. I don't care who it is. Like Parcells always said, the guys the better players get on the field, and that's it. Whoever's got the hot hand, you play. You don't listen. You'll learn. This guy was sitting he came up with Dallas. He's learned. He's 26 years old, and he's learned. He's seen other offenses. He's learning things, so he's grasping. He just needed more reps in order for him to get his mechanics and do everything. Get into the feel of the game. But knowing the playbook and all that, I feel this kid was very knew what he was doing, because you could see it in the field. And his feet movement was like when the guy was close to him, he hopped up and away, and he wasn't bothered by it. He was just looking for the receiver, and he threw it. I think that's when he hit Mims for that route. Okay, and he took what they gave him, and eventually, listen, he doesn't need to throw it down 40 yards down the field. If they want to move up and not give him the 3 yards, he was hitting 15, 20 yards with no problem, accurately. I'll take that. Oh, yeah. Remember, as long as their defense is on the field, they're going to get tired. I don't need to do a 30-minute drive, a 30-second drive, and have my defense back on the field. Tire them down.
So, based on everything you're saying, I think you're predicting a victory on Thursday night.
If they continue to play, if they follow the scheme, they follow the game plan, if they put pressure on Wentz and get him happy feet, because he does have happy feet. Okay, he doesn't have one of his receivers. They get the ball out quickly. You saw what happened with Bengals, right? They couldn't get to him.
Time.
Okay, they have a very good chance of winning the game.
Afram is back. He is back. He wrote them off, after the
Yeah.
Patriot game, and they sucked you back into their trap.
Yeah. Well, we had a baseline the first 6 games. Now we have something that's different. Now, if he does play well and he does the same thing, I'm not asking to say 400 yards, but if he maintains that consistency, then we have to now consider, was it Zach Wilson not adhering to the plan and trying to be a hero all the time, or trying to push the ball, trying to make something happen, and it wasn't LaFleur's fault.
All right. So we have we have a controversy, Ephraim.
Sure.
Did you see that? I think
Nick
we
is
started
very
the same
upset.
controversy. That's a different controversy.
He wished that you didn't take his picture down. He thought he was part of the family.
It's a rotating scheme. It just, it rotates.
I was talking about this controversy.
That's
Jake
all right.
calling you out.
Hey,
Jake
everyone
calling
has
you
an
out.
opinion.
He's gonna have to follow. He's gonna have to follow it up though.
That's all right. Listen,
Jake said Ephraim's call is bad. What?
Yeah, I think.
I'm an easygoing guy. This is my opinion.
That's the first time I've heard a negative word about Ephraim. I'm like, wait,
everyone could, I don't expect anyone to agree with me 100%.
No, that's not what he did. He's probably talking about.
Now he's taking it back.
He's probably talking about one of the play calls.
No, but it's and Salah showed a little on the defense when it was. Did you see that? Did you notice that when they did the goal line stance?
Yeah,
he showed he was out there. So he's got to do that for the offense too. He can't just do it for the defense.
So can you? Do you take the recommendation for the Snoopy picture?
I think
it goes in the rotation. Maybe next Tuesday. I don't know. Maybe next Tuesday the Mike White goes up there. Listen, let's take, like you said, let's take it one game at a time, because you notice that.
So what's the score Thursday night?
Oh, I'm not going to say it's going to be. I would say it's going to be 28-24 type of deal. I don't think it's going to be. I'd say Jets. I'll take that.
There you go.
I have no problem with that. Yeah.
Ephraim is 100% back prime time. Mike White has saved Ephraim's positivity.
Adam Fox, baby.
Don't give me this contract? Rangers nonsense now.
Oh, man. Listen, my team is winning early. God.
I didn't even know until I hopped on the stream last night. I didn't see
it. Averages out to $9.5 million a year. So basically 7 years till he's 30 years old. It's a perfect.
Not bad at all.
Ranger fans have run him out of town in 3.
No, he's a good player. The team is solid. It's just hopefully they be consistent. The Knicks. I don't know.
Last night was terrible.
They didn't play hard.
No.
And they got
expect one of those every now and then, though. Still 5-2.
The last 2 losses that they had, they've been out hustled. They just don't. They don't seem to. And they're not that type of team. Yeah, Barrett's stepping up good, but they're not. Their
3-point defense is horrendous.
Yeah. So I mean, let's see. Listen, 7:30 is it? Oh, 8 o'clock, right? The game starts at 8:20.
Which one?
8:20. I think
8:20.
Thursday. 8:20.
So you guys coming on at 8, I guess.
Yeah, why not? Get a good pregame going.
Yeah. Well, start at 8:20. What are you going to start at 8:19? And
hey, I don't got work Friday, so this could be one of those.
Why don't you? Well, you go, school closed.
Teachers convention Thursday, Friday.
Oh, such bullshit with that teachers convention. That's just another day off for you guys. I don't
Pretty
get
much.
it. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go check out all the conferences in AC.
Yeah, I'm sure you got to do that. Yeah. The conference, the conference at the roulette table, the conference at the
Borgata bar.
Table. Yeah, exactly. Those conferences.
Harris Pool Club. Yep.
There you go. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
You too, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Have a good night.
What a difference a week makes, huh? From doom and gloom to we're beating the Colts that quickly. Pretty remarkable stuff here. So earlier, this is the fun thing about this show, Primetimes. If you we try to keep track of the chat, and if you do something that catches our eye, then we're going to comment on it because we have the ability to do that. And then we will call you out on it, and then we'll bring you on the stream to debate it. So our former friend, who's now competing against us with a dueling live stream on Thursday, this could be his last call, Primetime.
Hello, boys. How are you?
Don't say hello to us.
I'm not. Let me defend myself. Okay,
this could be farewell.
It's not farewell. I'm just saying it's my first time trying to do a live stream.
I thought you were different, man. I thought you were different.
So your first time you're trying a live stream is going to be the same time as us on a Thursday night.
I'm just trying it out.
Why not try it Wednesday night? Do it tomorrow night.
Because there's no game.
Nothing going on. Yeah,
like your
that's the
fancy
perfect
team.
time
We
to do
do
a test run.
this week has no game.
Why not try it on
Prime
Sunday?
time.
Why not try it on Sunday? There's plenty of games on Sunday.
But they're not my team.
Hold on.
I'm a Jets fan.
The perfect time to do a test run is when nothing's going on. You don't want things going on during a test run. You want to make sure it actually runs the right way.
Hey, that's a good idea. Maybe I should do it at a Giants game because they have anything to do. But I'm a Jets fan.
There you go.
So I'm not a traitor. I just
Chat's turning on you, man. Chat's turning on you.
Anyway.
Now he's recruiting. He's recruiting our viewers.
I'm not recruiting anyone. I'm still loyal to this show.
He's gonna take all our followers.
You can't be too loyal if you're doing the show the same time as us.
Oh well, I don't do the Monday, Tuesday, and Friday shows. So
you just do it at the same time as the game. So
just to get him, just my try.
What's the name of your live stream? Let's Talk Jets 2?
No, it's it's.
I also talk Jets.
Let's scream Jets.
Anyway,
let's converse.
So I just wanted to comment on the Jets quarterback situation.
Well, then what? Instead of commenting on it here, why don't you comment on your stream? They can all watch it there. Why do we have to do it here for?
Because first of all, my stream is not on, and I can't comment it because it's not until
Thursday. So why are we getting punished then?
He didn't do his test run yet. He doesn't know if it works yet.
So wait a minute. So you're going to compete against us, and now you want us to let you promote yourself, but you're going to go the same time as us.
I'm not promoting my show. You guys were.
You're not promoting your show. What did the chat say? You said I'm doing a live stream on Thursday. What is that called?
I just said I'm doing a live show. I didn't promote it. I didn't link it. I didn't do all this stuff. That's different. I just stated I'm doing a live show. Sure, I didn't give out any link. I'm not running ads. So just wanted to test run.
But you know what, Panda? You're somebody. At least you call in every week. Like I don't mind giving you a quick plug. Like as long as you call in every week, just going up against us. That's a little.
No, but see, we give him a quick plug. We gave him a quick plug. This is his last one. This is a farewell call now. So we're being respectful, saying we appreciate your passion, your enthusiasm. You're always a phenomenal call. We wish you nothing but the best of luck on Thursday. I think you're going to do phenomenal. That's it.
I'll just see you guys next week after this week. I'll just take a break and I'll come back.
I wouldn't count on it. Our show gets very busy. We got a lot of calls we get on.
Can I make my points for the Jet game?
Well, you know what? I better let you, because if I don't, they're gonna call me a bully again. But I mean, it's
already started.
My channel's called "I'm Talking Jets." Let's see. There goes Tice again, fucking bullying the callers.
Anyway, yeah. So
make your points, Panda. Make your points.
So this week, the term like "drink till she's hot" kind of thing. You go to the bar and you go drink a lot. Mike White is my hard scotch of the week. I was looking at a very, very ugly team, and now I have a super gorgeous team right now who's beating up, the top of the AFC. But to me, Mike White, it's gonna come down, and I'm gonna go back to an ugly team. I don't know when, probably with the Bills, because I think they're gonna win against the Colts.
That's all. Go ahead. Tyson's lost. We've completely lost Tyson.
Yeah, because I think the Jets could win, because if you put up pressure up the middle, and because Carson Wentz does get happy feet, so if you could drive him outside of the pocket, we can make him to forced errors, and then we could take the ball away and kind of control the game that way. I'm not expecting.
How do you think their defense is going to try to attack Mike White though?
Again. So with Mike White, and then probably spread a little more out, and then run it with the running backs and just pound them and take time of possession. Come on, I'm not bad as Vincent. Come on.
You're gonna have a lot of language for this.
These questions are all you, Product. I'm dying over here.
What were your thoughts on the acquisition of John Beck for Zach Wilson? That's going to help him. Like, just going to have him on the sideline, keep LaFleur in the booth.
I don't know. Like, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I guess he's going to help because he's teaching him and coaching him. But what about our other QB coaches? Are they just going to sit there and Just like stand there. More
I don't know what their
competition for
responsibilities are
TV
right
coach.
now.
I don't know. You should. Do they hand out Tootsie Rolls?
Competition
I
everywhere.
mean, but the thing is, like, you should have one voice rather than 1, 2, or 3 voices. Because we have Calabrese and we have that other guy. What's his name? Kavanaugh.
How many voices are you gonna have on your stream? Just you? Are you gonna have a co-host, or is it gonna be just you?
It's probably gonna be me. Yeah, it's a test run. I'm not competing.
Do you have like a microphone and stuff, and do you have it all set up already?
Yeah, I have stuff on the side.
What kind of software are you gonna use? Are you gonna have like nice software, like make it all professional and stuff?
No, I'm just gonna do it like you guys on StreamYard because I can't really do anything other than
I'm gonna do it just like you guys.
I'm not competing. Don't make me look.
But hold on. So is the YouTube channel like actually set up? Like you have the page set up, you have like a name for it, all that?
No, I used to have like a little show before, and I gave it. I went on hiatus. But then this time is the first time I'm doing.
What was the name of the show?
Panda's podcast.
No, Panda and the Jet Stream. But I haven't been. I deleted everything off because I went into hiatus and not did anything, and I started watching you guys. Well, no, I started watching you guys, and then I started doing my own thing.
Why'd you delete it? Why'd you delete everything though?
Because I got work and I worked overtime and stuff like that. So yeah, I haven't been following. Now I've been.
It doesn't mean you delete old content that you do. You leave that up.
Well, it wasn't like quality, so I just said F it, and stuff like that. And yes, I'm not competing and stuff. Like my channel doesn't have like a lot of viewers like yours. So
until you start stealing them.
I don't want to steal. Like I'll be here. I'm watching you on Monday.
Becoming like the Michael K.
So wait. So how are you gonna do this? So you're gonna watch us while doing your own? So what are you gonna do? Listen to our commentary and repeat it? How's this gonna work?
No, I'll be watching the game and I'll comment in my own way and then just post it up. See, I wanted to see how how I see I could doing like a game or whatnot. Like I could talk with friends on stream, but about the Jets, but like I wouldn't wanted to try. Pandas don't hibernate, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I'm not competing. I'm just doing it at the same time as you guys. Okay, so listen. In all sincerity, I wish you nothing but luck. Just be yourself, man. Just watch the game. Be yourself. Just keep it real. Keep it natural. Be original.
Most importantly, have fun with it.
Yep.
It shouldn't be work. You shouldn't be forcing yourself to do it. It should be something that you want to do, that you enjoy, that as the game's going on, like you're interacting with fans and it's enjoyable for you. So.
Yep.
Yes. Let me say one side. I'm not promoting this. I am just a loyal.
You already did. Just the last 10 minutes promoting it. I'm not promoting.
This is exactly what he wanted too. This is exactly what he wanted. He's like, everybody's gonna be tuning in.
Yeah. I had fun beating prime time this week in fantasy. So I'll see you guys later then.
Probably not.
See you later.
Well, another one. It's like how many times has this happened?
That's quite a few. Normally it's Vincent though. That gets
I mean,
get you going.
It's just. Oh man. Oh well, that's one less call we have to get on. That's good. All right. Who do you want to go to prime time? We can
let's go with Jake.
All right. Jake it is.
Good evening, guys. How you doing?
What's up, man?
We're doing good, man.
Yeah. Well, first, welcome, Dr. DuVernay Tardif. I'm very happy he's in New York. I've been following him since he did all his work in Canada, so very, very appreciative of what the work he's done, and happy for him to be here. It's nice to get another offensive lineman to trade for. Who do we trade? Dan Brown? I don't even.
Yeah.
Was he on the practice squad? Or was he on the active roster? I don't even know.
He was on the roster, I think. He played a couple games.
Whatever. We get at least somewhat of a credible lineman to come onto the team at this point. Before we talk about, all this, Mike White hoopla, I wanted to say one thing about the Cincinnati Bengals. It's amazing that 2 years ago, we were in all the hype of the Sean McVay offensive coordinators. We went after Adam Gase because we thought we'd get an experienced guy. The Bengals went with the quarterback coach that was with Sean McVay. I'm just going to say this truthfully is that I don't think he'd ever deserve this job. And I think this weekend showed exactly why he's not going to be the guy to get this team over the hump. I think the Bengals just played to their classic level of just incompetence. And regardless of how well the game was close, I don't think they're ever going to get over the hump. And I think
They just blew out the Ravens the week before.
They're not ready for the big time. And you want to put them as the number one seed. To them, that it didn't do enough. It didn't do enough in that game, regardless if it was the Jets or not, to come out a game like that and then just play flat. Because
that happens all across the NFL, though. Every team has trap games, man. That's why it's a thing.
Right.
They're a young team on the rise that they're having some success, but this is for a good team. This is part of your learning curve is you have success and you overcome those trap games as you get better and become a more established veteran team. I mean, Joe Burrow's still learning. Jamar Chase is a rookie. Like they're all learning on the fly with this. So now it's getting used to just, have success, embrace it, continue it, and not have these pitfalls.
Yeah, I just think that for a guy to jump from, quarterback coach to head coach, I have a problem with that because at least when we hired Robert Saleh, he at least had experience as a head coordinator. I don't like guys that are just being hired straight up for the fact of just being this so-called guru approach. So to me, I think also his game management was not very great in that game either. So look, that's just what I think. I think the Bengals are not a bad team. I just think that he's not the guy that's going to get them over the hump, and I think he's going to be the one that'll hold them back. So that's just what I want to say off the start first. But
so what is your take on the hiring of John Beck?
The hiring of John Beck, I'm all for it. It's kind of like if anybody watches the show Friday Night Lights, there's this kid, J.D. McCoy, and brings on Wade Aikman. It's kind of like the same kind of thing. So it's a little bit funny kind of watching that a little bit. I don't know if anyone watched the show, but that's the first thing I thought of when we hired him. But yeah, I mean, look, it clearly showed, before we get to that, let me just say this first. Can we win 2 in a row first, please? To everybody here, can we just win 2 in a row first?
Can we enjoy this one on a short week?
I
agree with you. But by Thursday night, if the Jets lose and they get blown out, like this win will mean nothing. I agree with you. But at least for these 3 days, I kind of want to enjoy it a little bit. We don't get much.
I hate to say this, but like because of the short week, we really should have started talking about the Colts game now. I mean, it's kind of like for us to sit here and keep talking about we don't have enough time because there's no time to talk about Friday pregame. It's like we literally have to start talking about it right at this moment. So you guys should do an extra hour after this, just getting right into like the preview for the game.
We got work.
So
good jobs.
Yeah. Look, all in all, Mike White played a great game, very methodical, got the ball out his hands quick, exactly like everyone said when we were bringing over Saul and this offensive coordinator, even though I think that still, Mike LaFleur hasn't proven enough to me yet. One game is not selling me on anything. And regarding for Zach Wilson, look, he's injured. He has a PCL injury, guys. Understand PCL injuries is like basically what people get in car accidents. Like he's going to be out for at least a month or so. So at least this situation gives them a chance to buy time. And if this, at least, no, you know what? I had to say this tonight. Joe Douglas is still going to get a lot of shit from me for the Joe Flacco trade. It really, really is just a situation where it's just like you have to get a sense of knowing you could have had the guy in to the panda. I don't know this. Anyway, yeah, I hate puppies. Okay, I hate puppies. All right. Yeah. I hate puppies. Jesus Christ.
No, listen, I'm completely with you because the Jets got lucky with Mike White playing well, but him playing well made them look completely stupid with the Joe Flacco trade. Makes them look stupid as shit. But nobody wants to talk about it because the Jets won. Everybody's all excited about it, so we're ignoring everything else. So
can we also just for 1 second just talk about that catch by Keelan Cole? I mean, my God, like that was like Odell Beckham 2.0.
That should have been catch of the year.
That was
that was the horrible call you're talking about.
Yes. Dude, did you read the chats? No, apparently not. Everyone just wants to give
we're a little busy over here.
It's only
that catch. That was a catch. It was a catch.
Yeah.
I saw the highlight over and over again. It was a catch. So to me, that was listen. It's kind of like what I said earlier about Jamison Crowder. How everyone's like, "Oh, Jamison Crowder." So there's a reason why the Jets talked about Keelan Cole more in camp, like to make kind of plays like that. He is quietly turning into the underrated signing for this team right now. He's always delivering on the big catch when we need him. I don't know why they don't get him the ball more enough. And especially with Corey Davis out on last Sunday, they should have got him the ball a lot. But of course, they had to get the running game going, which is a segue to Michael Carter. Michael Carter is definitely looking like he's going to be the centerpiece of the running game for them. I'm happy Ty Johnson got the ball. I really don't understand why they didn't get him involved earlier in the season. I really didn't understand why he really couldn't utilize him unless they thought he was slow or whatever the case may be, didn't read the playbook fast enough, because it's just getting the ball out to him quick, and he did that.
His blitz pickup, he sucked at.
Yeah, and nice to see Tyler Croft get a touchdown. It's the offensive guys finally were starting to come alive. You can make a catch. Okay. I'm surprised. I wish they traded him today. I really was trying to at least hope we get at least a pick out of him today. But listen, we get to Vernie Tardif and now to the defense. Guys, let's talk. Let's make this very clear. The Jets would not have won this game if it wasn't for their red zone defense. I mean, you think about how they shut down Joe Burrow and that offense literally 3-4 times in the red, 2-3 times, whatever the exact number was, but they shut them down. I mean, that was you could see Burrow was so flustered. You could see him after I watched the post-game show. I mean, dude, he looks like Macaulay Culkin looked like he lost his Halloween candy or something. Like, he literally just looked like he couldn't even answer a single question. He was just that befuddled based on how the pass rush played. So that's once again, Jeff Ulbrich, like I said, he did not show up against Atlanta. He did not show up against New England, but this week he got the team back on track and they showed up.
Well, who showed up though? Quinnen Williams and Sheldon Rankins. Zuniga came out of witness protection. He made a big play.
That's right.
Shaq Lawson, who hasn't done shit in weeks. Everybody, people that we were making fun of, all made a play this week, surprisingly enough. And then Fotokasi, if you watched or Fotokasi, who the hell he say his name, he had back-to-back plays on the goal line, dude, that were ridiculous.
I know.
They were phenomenal. And that's just, we didn't see that the last couple of weeks.
You see, listen, I said it again, and I'll keep saying it every single week. Bryce Hall is a number one corner for this team. I think
he played well.
Look how he did against Jamar Chase, guys. I mean, Jamar Chase did not look like the superstar guy that I said a week ago, maybe we should have drafted him over offensive lineman. I mean, we literally did contain him.
Yep.
He's going to get away and get a touchdown. I was not going to sit and say he was going to be down and be like Darrelle Revis, but the way they limited him throughout the game.
Well, he had 2 bad drops too, though.
Yeah, well, you know what? Listen, the fact is that they still contained him. Guys like Joe Mixon, I mean, to me, Joe Mixon is just such a disappointment every year. So, when he starts playing a little bit well, I get concerned. But the fact is that they knew they were going to try to get him the ball out in space because our linebacking core is in a lot of trouble still. Now, Tyson, I'll go back to this. Listen, Jalen Smith, you want to take a flyer on him, fine. But, I mean, don't say I'm wrong when I think that there's something with his injury that's still kind of hindering a lot of teams to want to sign him at this point. They're
for a veteran minimum, though, for $900,000?
Like I said, you want to sign him, that's fine. But I just think the credibility of him being this top elite player that
I never said that. To take a flyer. If he's got a ridiculous amount of speed, find ways to rush him. If he's got talent, he's got speed, why not try it? I mean, I don't know. Just an idea. I mean, I'm not sitting there banging on a table for him and saying I wouldn't mind it, man. We should always be trying to upgrade, especially with all the injuries we have at the linebacker position.
Yeah.
And you finally got Jared Davis back, but there's still seems like every day somebody's going down.
Look, they want to make sure they try to get as healthy of the middle as they can, because honestly, this Thursday, I'm gonna keep saying it, guys. Jonathan Taylor is coming hard for us.
He's a beast, man.
He is the best dude right now with Derrick Henry now out for basically the season. He has a Jones fracture. He's not playing for the rest of the season. That's
right.
At least a multiple-month injury. Jonathan Taylor is the best running back in the NFL right now. I would say right now another guy that we're not talking about that probably is coming to be a top 5 pick next year in fantasy is Najee Harris.
We're getting free advice here, Primetime. You need to charge $100 for this.
Nah, it's all free for you guys. Although I did draft Jonathan Taylor, so I feel much better now about.
No, he is a powerful, explosive running back, man.
Smart guy.
Yeah, he's very. So what's your prediction for Thursday night, man? What's your level of confidence in the Jets winning this game?
You know what? I am gonna go 21-17 Colts.
All right, it's at least a close game then.
I think it's going to be a close game. I think the Colts the Colts have to strike while the iron's hot now. For a horrendous record they have in a horrendous division they're in, now they have to seize the day and really take this division. If they cannot win this game, I'm not saying losing to us is bad. I'm just saying if they can't take advantage of this situation now to try to get a leg up on the Titans while they are just reeling at this point, then when is it ever going to get done? So for Carson Wentz, this is everything. The pressure is all on Carson Wentz on Thursday. It's not on Mike White. It's not on the Jets. It's not even on the Colts defense, because I think they're going to play very, very well. It's all on Carson Wentz. If he does not play a high-level game, if he does not throw, I'd say, 200 yards and 250 yards and 2 touchdowns, I would probably say I would be very, very nervous about the future of the Colts right now at quarterback. That's what I will say. But it'll be a close game. I think it will be a close game. Could they maybe pull it off? Sure. But Mike White, listen, guys, once I said over and over again, please let's win 2 in a row, because when hype is coming to us on TV, we always falter. So please,
maybe we do it.
The media and everyone else, guys, prove me wrong. The Jets, please prove me wrong, and we'll see what happens from there. So good night, guys.
Let's good night
for Thursday night.
See you later,
game.
man.
All right.
Oh, you'd be a little more positive tonight.
I know. I mean, damn. So you know what? We're going to bring a tremendous amount of positivity on right now. What's up, Jack?
Hey guys. All right. So
well, first, did you watch the game?
Yes, I did.
All right, good.
Yes, I did.
All 4 quarters.
All 4 quarters.
I did. Yes, I actually did. But my free streaming website literally got taken down today.
Oh, for your to watch the games.
Yeah, on Sunday, but I can still watch primetime games and stuff because it's on my.
Wait, where do you
TV
live?
or whatever. Canada, of course.
Oh shit, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's brutal.
Talk to Cassandra, she'll help you.
I was saying maybe Cassie can give you your Wi-Fi password or something.
Yeah.
Maybe she's got a stream. Check it out.
Yeah. So
you can't get NFL Game Pass for like $7 to watch the game.
I can, but I don't. My father will not let me.
$7?
I know. Actually, I think it's more here.
I
think we have Sunday ticket here. I think
when I was in Switzerland, I got the game. I watched the Jets for $8.
Okay, have to look into that then, for sure.
Now she's giving you advice. See, we'll get you advice. We'll find ways to get you to stream.
Yeah. Oh yeah, literally, because I was going on to watch the Montreal Canadiens play tonight, and literally the stream went down, and all the websites are getting down. So.
Well, Dana White's been warning everybody about that for a while now, and slowly but surely they're wiping them out. So maybe.
Yeah.
So then there's another one. If you live in Nova Scotia, Jets should be your home market.
I actually live in St. John, New Brunswick, Cassandra, not Nova Scotia, but normally I have TSN. It gives me 2 to 3 games. So, and then I have a few more channels, but they just play the same games. So it's like
we're never getting all kinds of stream recommendations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's talk cable.
So we gotta deliver some papers by the end of. I mean, yeah, it's like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right. So, what are your thoughts on Mike White and the Jets?
I was pleased, very pleased by Mike White, and a guy that we're not really talking about is Michael Carter. That dude got open, ran exceptionally well last week.
Good. Okay.
And the Colts defense is giving up 108 rushing yards per game right now on average. So this could be potentially a big game for Michael Carter this week.
Yeah, but are you concerned about the left tackle position?
That's why you run right. You just got to run right on that.
Well, that's not much better. You got Van Roten on that side.
No, yeah, that's true. But with the addition of the Canadian guy, I think we'll get a bit better there. But
is he gonna play?
Probably not.
I don't think so. Probably
tomorrow.
Not this week. No,
he's probably gonna pass the physical and get cleared and everything else. That's not gonna happen by Thursday.
Yeah.
Not to mention learn the offense.
Yeah. So Jeff,
yeah.
What were your thoughts on LaFleur's game plan, play calling wise?
Great, because it gave Mike White checkdowns. It gave Mike White like the air, like through the middle, wherever he wanted to go.
That's impressive.
Something was open. You know what I mean?
I thought only God could do that.
Wow.
So, what do you also think about them bringing in John Beck for Zach Wilson?
I don't know much about on that guy and what's going on there. Is he going to be the QB coach now?
Well, he was Wilson's personal quarterback coach, and so they said he's going to be brought in to work, I guess, primarily with Wilson, but he will work with the other quarterbacks as well.
So will he be on the sideline or?
Yeah, he'll be on the sideline, and I would assume that LaFleur stays up in the booth now.
Yeah, which is good because LaFleur up in the booth would be perfect there because he can see more and do whatever.
So what are your thoughts on the Jets not trading Marcus May or Jamison Crowder?
I like it. I personally like it, especially Marcus May. If we can reach a deal with Marcus May, I mean, I understand he wants a lot of money for safety, but
So what
if
kind of
we
deal would
can-
you want to give Marcus May when he's playing average, has a DUI, and a little bit older?
how much does he want right now? Is it 12 million? 11 million, did he say?
He'll probably want more than what he got in the franchise tag.
So probably 13,
It's
14.
It's like 11 million.
Yeah, I don't know if I give him that much
Can't-
for what
can't.
he's doing. No.
So if that's the case, then what are you gonna do? Excuse me. What are you gonna do? You're gonna franchise him again? You're gonna trade him, or not resign him? Let him walk?
Depending on who's upcoming free agents and what the situation is there. Like if we can, is LaMarcus Joyner coming back next year, or is he on a
1-year
1-year
contract.
deal?
He was on a 1-year
They
deal.
could bring him
Okay.
back, but yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why they would.
Yeah.
What's up, Rick? I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how Judd Douglas handles that, because you have guys now. It's like if you could have got some kind of compensation for Crowder or Cole or May, they could all walk next year in theory.
Exactly.
Not ideally, at least to get something. I mean, I understand the whole compensatory picks, but it's another year down the line. I like to get compensation sooner rather than later, and that's not
But
going to
it-
guarantee with
but
compensatory picks.
But at least with Crowder and Cole, you could justify that by saying it's helping whoever your young quarterback is. With Marcus May, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, you know he's not coming back. I mean, they're not going to be. They're not going to give him that big contract.
No,
And,
definitely
and
not.
how much of a
I would
difference
not.
is he really making on that defense right now this year?
Yep.
Not much.
Anything else, Jack?
Just the game prediction.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's go. Colts are giving up 23 points per game this season,
Look
average.
at you dropping the stats tonight. This is impressive.
Analyst.
So, you know what? Mike White throws for 308, 2 touchdowns. Michael Carter adds another rushing touchdown, 2 field goals. Jets win 27-23.
There you go.
I like
Ended on a high note, man. So
and then real quick, after that performance, he starts against Buffalo the week after.
100%. He earned 2 starts.
Just checking.
Have a good night, Jack.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Have a good night.
Primetime's like a Zach Wilson hater, man. It's becoming more and more apparent every time he talks.
How many times do you want me to say it tonight? I want this for Zach Wilson as an opportunity to
Right.
learn.
Zach
to
Wilson
watch the
got your
offense, to
best
get
friend out of
healthy.
town. Zach Wilson pushed Sam Darnold to Carolina, and you're bitter and you're hostile towards him. And now that you're trying to run him out of town, I'm on to you, man.
I'm more upset that we didn't get like more draft picks and Jamar
Yeah.
Chase or Kyle Pitts or some additional first round picks or something like that. But now that he's here, I want him obviously to succeed. But Mike White's playing well, so you give him his chance.
Yep.
Make sure that
So,
Wilson's
and
ready to
just
go
so
when
the
he's in
chat,
there.
just so the chat
No pressure when
remembers,
he
there's
comes
never
back.
been a time where Primetime wanted a Zach Wilson jersey. He already wants a Mike White jersey.
No, I'm not. I'm not buying
just-
it. I'm not buying it.
Just so everybody knows. And I'm glad the
I'm not
Braves are
buying
winning too, because I hate the Astros. I hate them with a passion.
See, I hate the Braves though.
I hate the Astros.
I watched
Sneakers
them
to
win, like,
boots.
I don't know how many division titles in a row when I was growing
What's up, man?
What's up, fellas?
How you doing, man?
What's up, man? How you
A
doing?
different demeanor this week.
Well, last week I couldn't show the Jets logo in the background, so I had to go into another room. Now I'm actually happy to bring it out again.
So how you feeling, man? What are your thoughts on this Mike White, the Jets, and everything else?
Strange things happen on Halloween.
Yep.
Especially against the Bengals. For some reason, we have the Bengals number. We typically beat them. I think we were at least 5-6 in our last 7 with them.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I'm not
but
shocked, but I'm just shocked that we had that magical of a day, because that never happens to us. Not even just Mike White, which is making his throws, and before called a great game plan, but what we were talking about before with how we made 2 back-to-back amazing touchdown catches and throws, that just doesn't happen.
Yep. But what do you think was the biggest difference? To me, I just think he looked very comfortable in the offense. He was getting the ball out. He was getting rid of it quick, man. 2 seconds, the ball was out. He knew where the ball was going. He had a really distinct idea of what he was doing in the offense. That to me was more of a bigger difference than the overall game plan. But what is your take?
So I don't think anyone said this, but we finally scored our first touchdown on the first opening drive all season. And what
first
difference
quarter
it takes
touchdown
to be playing fast now, finally.
Yep.
First time since Gase, at least we've done that. Hard to believe, but
amazing, right?
But yeah, no, that set the tempo, man, because that was able for our offense to play quick, get into a rhythm. We're actually playing with a lead, so we didn't have to throw deep passes down the field. We weren't down by 14 points. So I think that set it up.
So now, what are your expectations for Thursday night? Do they build off this? Do they keep the momentum going, or do they do what they did after the Titan game?
No, not after what they did at the second game. I think it's going to be a little mixture of both. Like we're definitely going to have our rookie mistakes as we always will. Like Salah said in the press conference, like we're going to have our great days, which we had last week, and we're going to have our shitty days, and we're going to have probably more shitty days since we have a bunch of rookies. Like half our team is first and second year players, so.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd like to see them build off this where it's like like I understand you have your good weeks and your bad weeks, but you got to be consistent, man. Like you don't have to put 400 yards up, throw for 250, and have a good feel for the offense, a good flow, make adjustments. The defense, the defensive line's got to be very good against Jonathan Taylor. Like those are things that you like. If we were to do a preview show, it's pretty obvious how you want to attack the Colts and how the Colts are going to attack us. So like at least just be competitive and be competent. That should be the expectation week in and week out. You can't have clunkers like the Patriots ever again the rest of the season. You can't lose by 40. That's even the Buccaneers, even anybody. Like you can't, dude. You got to find ways to be competitive. You can't mail in games.
No, it's unacceptable. Unacceptable. You can't lose by 41 points. It's just ridiculous. But it was the most complete game win or team win that we've had in at least 3 years against a competitive team. Relevantly, like
absolutely.
I mean, we've had a good game against Washington like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I only know that because I was actually at that game. But otherwise, like we haven't had a good win like this in 3 or 4 years.
And to see like the energy and passion on the sideline, the players were all buying in. They're all fired up. Like you can see, it was like a pretty tight knit group. Like I haven't seen that primetime, right? In this stadium, on the sideline, on the field, in the huddle, in between plays, like they were jonesing out there. They were just ready to go at it, man. It's like that's what you want to see of a young team.
And that spoke volumes coming off of the loss last week, where it's like, we were questioning Salah, we were questioning every facet of the team, and he held it together for the week. You give him credit for that.
Absolutely.
So do you think we still want to play like the Lions?
Oh, they got drowned. They got absolutely blasted.
So what was that, 44-6?
NFL, right?
Yeah.
They got blasted, man.
Shit changes quick.
They've had some terrible luck, though. They should have at least 3 wins by now, man. Not that I'm a Lions fan, but I feel bad for their fan base because a lot of their fans comment on our videos, which is crazy. I feel bad for them, man. You want to see teams like that bounce back eventually, you know?
Yeah, they're if not worse than in a worse boat than we are. Like we at least have a Super Bowl, right? They don't, and they're always bad. The only years they were good was with Barry Sanders, and they had one playoff game.
And now you got to watch Matthew Stafford light it up with the Rams, which is got to be a real pain, kick in the ass too.
But I do want to say, like, why not us? Why can't we have the storybook Disney movie?
We talking to Vincent again now? All right. So how many wins this season?
Going to happen? No, I'm not saying that. But
we talking about the season, or are we talking about Mike White?
No, just Mike White. Like, imagine if he just ended up being at least something like Kurt Warner, like not even Tom Brady, just Kurt Warner.
If there's
just Kurt Warner, a Hall of Fame career.
If there's any fan base that deserves something like that,
just Kurt Warner, only a Hall of Famer. That's it. No big deal.
We deserve something like that.
Yeah,
it'd be wild though.
That would be the way the Jets find their franchise quarterback. With all the first round picks we've taken, that would be how we would find their franchise quarterback.
Oh, the irony would be insane. But honestly, I completely forgot that Mims even had 2 catches. Like, was that first one like the first play of the game?
It was early on. There was one across the middle that he had. I forget what the second catch was.
He should have had a touchdown too.
It was nice to see him out there on the field, even though he didn't get most of the targets and stuff like that. Like, he made some good key blocks, but
dude, the hustle play he made, we ran like 80-something yards.
He ran so damn fast. He ran 1.2 miles an hour faster than Elijah Moore.
Yep,
which is insane. And he was coming across the field.
And that's the one thing about him is like the Jets said they want to see more to him. You cannot be any more competitive than that when you're running your ass with like a tackle. That just shows he wants to play. He's part of it, man. He's invested. So
I like to play that DK Metcalf last year.
Yep.
Can't say it's not effort at least.
Yep.
Sneakers and boots. Your prediction for tomorrow night or Thursday night. I keep thinking today's Wednesday. I wish today was Wednesday.
I know.
Jets win 23-21.
There you go.
Getting a lot of wins.
Thanks for joining us, man.
Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Have a good night.
All right.
Crazy how the predictions change after a week.
Yep.
Crazy. Same exact spread, 10.5 points.
Against a very good Colts team. The Colts are good, man. They're well coached. Carson Wentz isn't playing pretty well. They got some beast on defense. They have some good players on offense. So we will go to John. What's up, man?
What's up, dude? How's it going?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm gonna eat some crow a little bit because I don't know if you saw on Friday, but I was basically begging you guys not to go to the.
I didn't want to go. I didn't want to
I
go.
was like, please don't do this. You know, it's going to be terrible. And look what happened. Shows you what I know.
Yep.
But yeah. Now you've got a game that probably you'll remember for the rest of your life, probably. But the thing is that I think the reason the Jets fans is because they haven't had any success lately, and like you said, you were dying for a performance like this, and
What we've been waiting for.
yeah, exactly. So of course, Jets fans will get a little bit ahead of ourselves, but personally, I want a quarterback controversy. Excuse me. I want that because to me, Mike White has things that Zach Wilson doesn't have. Get the ball out quickly, have the poise and everything. I kind of said,
Okay, wait, hold on. So the things that you're saying Mike White has that Zach Wilson doesn't have are those things that Zach Wilson can learn and improve on.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. He can definitely improve on that, but
so it's not that Zach Wilson doesn't have it. He's just not displaying it yet.
So then let me ask this: is the best way to improve upon it, like how Mike White did it on the bench while he learned, or
you are legitimate. You are a Zach Wilson
action,
hater.
taking all the slings and
Holy
arrows?
shit, man!
I'm asking the
Zach
question.
Wilson, did Zach Wilson flatten your tires or something? Like, what did he do? Like, piss on your cornflakes?
Is it
Did
not a
he
legitimate
criticize your
question?
cooking? Like, what happened?
The guy sat for 2 years and now he's playing well. Is it not a legitimate question to ask if it would benefit Wilson to sit for a little bit? I don't
Yes,
think
it
Did he insult your cooking or something? Did something happen at school? What happened here? Did he not sign an autograph?
Yes, it would help him because he looked completely lost in the games that he did play, especially against the Patriots. And I think LaFleur has to stay in the booth. I think maybe he was like holding Zach's hand a little bit, and that kind of took away from him concentrating fully on the game. I like it that Josh Johnson was involved talking to Mike. So I think LaFleur should stay in the booth because he could see everything there. So it's
I'm trying to save Wilson. I don't want to throw him back out there where he gets his ass kicked again. Like let him go back out there with no pressure, not trying to replicate.
The thing is that I kind of saw this coming in the previews when everyone was going wild over his throws. He had an elite offensive line at BYU. He had all these elites, so that's why he could throw the ball 40 yards for every play. So and now he's not used to it. Now that he's with the Jets.
And just the speed of the game too. There's a big adjustment there.
But it's all fixable.
It's going to take time. It's going to take time. Yeah.
Yep.
And plus, I'm all in on Michael Carter. I'm not comparing him to Alvin Kamara, but he could be that guy if used correctly. He reminds me a little bit of the way they used him. He looks like a little bit of an Alvin Kamara type. And
that's a comparison. To me, he's like a faster Bilal Powell. That's what he reminds me of.
He looks more like Kamara to me. If he could, like, he put up Kamara stats on last Sunday. If they're used correctly, we have some great weapons.
If you go by fucking stats, Mike White's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they kept Denzel Mims. You can't get rid of a 6'3" receiver who has the gifts that he has. I think he just needs a little time to figure it out, kind of like Zach Wilson.
And what's his value right now, too? I mean, what would you possibly get for trading Mims?
Yeah, because he hasn't had that much playing time. So,
and it's funny because the Jets, what they do is really, really transparent. When they leak the story, teams are calling for Mims, but the answer is no. Give me a break, dude.
Yeah.
Like the whole.
Or if they were calling, they were trying to get him for like a conditional 7th round pick.
But the Jets are trying to say, the Jets are trying to buy like faith in the fans. Like, oh, we're keeping our guy. Come on, man. Just feature the guy, get him the ball, and let him make plays.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to get something off my chest here because some of us, you probably heard the news about Henry Ruggs getting into a car accident, and killing a 22. That could have been Marcus May. That could have been Marcus May in February. I don't want to touch May after that, and especially with this scumbag agent, I don't want to touch him. If he makes that kind of poor decision in life, driving drunk, then I don't want him near my team.
Well, I mean, there's a couple levels to that. He made a very terrible decision, especially when you consider the fact that NFL players have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week hotline they can call to get a free ride and get picked up with no charge, no judgment, nothing. That's the first thing. But it's that. No, listen, I'm not justifying. I said stupid. Second stupid move was he got busted like 2 weeks later doing some kind of crazy shit, speeding. And the third dumb thing is he never told the Jets. Like, how do you not even tell a team when you go through something like that? So it's like, I think it's just his time is going to go. But yeah, I mean, the Henry Ruggs thing is terrible. That's just his career is over. It should be. He should go to jail. He should never play again in the NFL.
Over.
Should never play another down in the NFL.
He's going to get a lot of time for that.
You should. Unacceptable, man.
I mean, what the fuck are you doing out at 4:00 in the morning out on the Vegas Strip?
Well, I mean, you could be out at 4:00 in the morning in the Vegas Strip. Just don't drive.
Exactly.
I've been out in Atlantic City till 4:00 in the morning. It's no big deal. It's just we don't drive.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want somebody on the team that makes poor decisions like that in life.
The only thing I guess I'll add to it is that, and I wouldn't have an issue with what you said, Tyson, about Henry Ruggs never playing a game. That would be fine. But are we now going to classify DUIs as far as what actually happened versus what could have happened?
If you kill somebody, you should never play another down in the NFL, period. That's it. Your life is over. That's it. There's no turning. This isn't, that's just my
Marcus May got very lucky.
He's going to play again, though.
He could have killed somebody.
Marcus May will get suspended. He'll lose a lot of money. He'll be punished for it. And it's a terrible decision. But when the Ruggs thing is a whole nother level, dude, that's just like, there was a guy a while back that played for the Rams, I think. What the hell was his name? That linebacker. Was it Leonard Little? Was that who it was? I forget who it was. I don't want to say the wrong name. There was a player I remember that I think killed somebody accidentally in a car accident, ended up playing again. I'm like, what? So, but hold on.
I'm trying to think. What about Slater, who played for the Patriots, or one of the Patriots back a couple of years ago did something like that?
I mean, there's been a lot of dumb things that happen in the NFL, and I mean, nobody's perfect. I'm sure everybody's done really stupid shit in their lives. But but I mean, when a human life is taken from this world, I'm done. Like, I don't give a fuck if that's culturally acceptable and people don't like it. You're done. No second chance. You're a professional athlete. Your career's over.
My wife lost her mother in a car accident.
What was the linebacker we just had 3 years ago? He almost did the same shit on the fucking going to New York.
Oh, Dylan Donahue.
Yeah, Donahue. Yeah,
he was driving the wrong way up the tunnel.
Yeah.
It's just. John, thanks for calling it, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, my score, I think the Jets will cover the 10.5. I'm going to say 21-20 Jets. They're going to pull it out.
There you go.
Yeah, I want this kid to do well because it's only going to help Zach Wilson more. Like you said, competition is great. And so, it's just like the wrong way to do a quarterback controversy, like the way Ray Hanley did it with Phil Simms and Jeff Hostetler. But this could, as long as you cement Zach as the guy, I think this can only help him.
No, I completely agree, man.
All right, I'll let you guys go. Thank you so much. You guys are the best.
No problem. Have a great night, man. Good job with your channel too. Johnson, all kinds of shit with his channel. All right, we got two more. We got Jeff and we got
a dog.
I could always get a first one. A dog always gets on. What's up, Jeff?
What's up, Tyson? How you doing?
Good. How you doing, man?
This is Buttercup. What's up, Kevin?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Tyson, I sent you a picture right before the show tonight.
Okay.
In my neighborhood, there's a guy that has a goat named Tom
I saw
Brady.
that.
He walks the goat on a leash around West Hollywood. And as annoying as he is, it's less annoying than Kevin tonight.
What's wrong with me? What did I say tonight that was wrong?
Because you're a Zach Wilson hater.
But Mike White was great last week.
Yeah,
he's not going to be a career starting QB.
No, probably not. But if he plays well on Thursday, do you bench him?
Yeah. No, you let him ride it out. So
and that's all. And that is all I'm saying is that as long as he's playing well, it's his job. And once Wilson's healthy, if the offense starts to sputter, it's Wilson's job. But until that happens, you can't just pull the plug on it while the offense is playing well.
He had most of his passes were like 3.5 yards. You know, it was all dink and dunks.
Yeah.
It was a great game plan. He executed it perfectly, but he's not a starting QB. I hope everyone likes Buttercup.
It does.
Chat's loving
it. Buttercup. My girlfriend will yell at me if I don't say Buttercup the Rescue Pup on Instagram. You know, you can go follow her stupid adventures.
Oh, so was it Buttercup the
Buttercup the Rescue Pup?
I'll follow. Fuck, I follow like 3 or 4 dog sites, like all bulldog sites. No, like all the bulldogs, like all the bulldog pictures and walking them and rescue sites. I follow that stuff.
Tyson, I'm the one idiot who loves all your running pictures. Because
I said that Saturday Stairs, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Tom's River.
That's outstanding. Yeah, because you do those runs out there, and I watch all those run things you have.
Yeah, the Hollywood Bowl, which is like a bigger version of the Garden State Plaza. I'm not the Garden State Plaza, the Garden State Art Center.
Yeah.
It's like 9 flights of stairs from the bottom to the top. And I started going by myself, just running the stairs a couple of years ago. And then I put one pic on Facebook, and some friends came, then more people came. And before COVID, it was like 100 people like every week. So
that's phenomenal. That's great.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I think the mental health, just getting people out. It's just a good time.
Yeah, dude. Running is good it's an escape, man. It's good for your body, good for your mind. Just get out. I always wanted to go there, man, because I saw there's always concerts there too, right?
Oh yeah, always. You know, it ends tomorrow night's the final night for the season.
That's so cool.
So it's cool. It's right in the middle. It's like literally, a 5-minute walk from where they do the Academy Awards, right in Hollywood.
Yeah, remember they had what the hell was it? The Chester Bennington tribute concert was there, I think, on the Holiday Bowl, wasn't it? Yeah, I've always wanted to go there, man. I always see like the concert highlights. I always wanted to check that out.
Well, whenever the Jets come to LA, come run with us. I'll show you guys around.
I am down. I'm most definitely down.
So, well, great talking to you. Thanks.
You too,
Take care, Buttercup.
Have a good night.
So, prime time, we have a very, very, our favorite caller has a surprise for us tonight. This now the one thing about prime time, I have a problem with prime time that I was going to address when Tyrone was on, but he lasted about 20 minutes, which nothing else. So prime time was committed to doing a lot more for the YouTube channel. And we were going to have caller cut-ups where certain callers, we would cut them up and make them our own separate video. But that has not happened, which is unfortunate. But this next caller, based on what we're going to see right now, I think is going to require this. So the biggest fan of the Seattle Seahawks that we know, that's been amongst so many celebrities. We're just blessed to have him on. A growing YouTube channel, Primetime. His YouTube channel is just taking off. I think he's starting to change his ways. What is this green and white jersey he has on?
Oh, wow. Why do you? Bill.
You got build you up, Buttercup.
Is that a Jet jersey? Is it like a custom Jose?
It is.
Jersey?
No, this is the rugby jersey that Darren McLaughlin sent me back a couple months ago.
Ah, so it's not Jet.
Shout out to Darren. I'm fulfilling my bet to Tyson. I told him I would wear some Notre Dame color.
That's right.
That's right.
This is the best I could come up with, but I am proud to wear.
Since it's not Notre Dame, you should just tell us all how much better Notre Dame is than USC.
Notre Dame is much better than USC because Notre Dame actually has a coach.
Oh, we know that. I mean, it's what Notre Dame does, man. They just beat up on the lesser teams, and that's what happens. USC tries, but maybe one day you too can get there.
Yeah, they beat up on lesser teams and don't win championships.
Yeah,
Florida State bounced them right out of the freaking building too, but that's whatever.
Jameis Winston.
God.
Not a good time to mention him right
Don't
now.
mention him.
Trevor Simeon.
That's my national championship.
Cassandra's gonna kill you, Primetime. But
Why?
anyway, James Winston.
She's got Trevor Simeon. She should be happy.
Buttercup and Jose replace.
Nope, I'm here to stay.
Buttercup is definitely going to be a new fan favorite on the show. I can see this already.
Yep.
Yes, I love Buttercup.
He's going to be in the chat soon. Guarantee
It's just a mess.
Can I replace Tyrone?
So, Jose, how are you handling
I'm down for
how are you handling the resurgent Geno Smith, who had probably his best game as a pro on Sunday?
Now, the crazy thing is, a lot of crazy shit happened Halloween. Mike White threw for
Your
400
dog agrees.
for 400 yards. The Jets went. And Geno Smith actually looked like a fucking quarterback.
He did. Got Tyler Lockett involved finally. About damn time.
I apologize for me, though.
That's all right. He's heckling you.
Fired up.
Yeah.
He's on the Mike White train.
He knows your takes are terrible.
No, it's a she. Remember, I put her.
Oh, that's right. It's a she. She.
Yes, yes.
Oh, it's a she. That's right. She's probably mad at prime time.
Who isn't that at prime time?
Exactly.
What did I do today?
She heard his Zach Wilson takes tonight. She knows he's, it's the consensus.
Now I agree Mike White should start until after Buffalo. If Buffalo's defense is gonna kill a quarterback, we'll let it be Mike White. And that's
fair. That's fair.
That's a good point, man.
See, I'm trying to save our franchise quarterback, not get him killed.
Now I have to roast Zach Wilson for one thing. He wants his personal quarterback coach on the staff for the Jets. What's
Wait,
next?
no. Hold on.
Let me finish.
Yeah, let him finish.
Let me finish.
Let's finish. Go ahead. I'm gonna roast the fuck out of Russell Wilson. You better get it out quick.
What's next? Is he gonna want orange slices and his parents?
So,
John Beck. You know what? Let me not go there.
No, go
Slow
there.
down.
No, you better slow down because you only have a few months left of Russell Wilson being a Seahawk. He's gonna be on the Giants, so you better enjoy time while you can.
Okay. With that being said, I have a little problem that I'm hoping you guys can help me.
Oh, we're here for you, man. We always solve problems, just not our own.
I got 99 problems. My quarterback ain't one.
No, but your baseball team is.
Yeah, that's true.
Did anybody hear that Jacob DeGrom thing where his arm was in the MRI thing too long? That's what ruined his season. Nothing more Mets than that.
Anyway, I go live every Thursday night for. Thursday night football. I stream it with my friends. No, I've done it since I've done it.
What the fuck are we doing? So
you compete with Panda now.
No, I've done it since week 1. What do you?
Are we getting an invite?
I give up. I fucking give up.
Wait, I think he's about to invite us.
Yeah.
We're getting an invite.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes. Every Thursday and every other Monday I stream the football game.
So let me see. Monday and Thursday. So this Monday we always do 8:00. That's why he hasn't been on. That's why Hollywood over here hasn't been around. And now Thursday. So now we won't see Thursday night. We won't see. All right.
I do what I can. It helps me get more subscribers. As do you. That is why
I respect the hustle, Jose.
That is why I am.
No, it's good.
I am 30 subs away from 300.
And we always promote your thing. Every time you put a video out, we always retweet it on Twitter.
So people,
except for this Thursday.
Thursday night after you're done, after the Jets game is done, come to my channel. I will still be live, probably ending it, but still be live. Come, so like the video, do all good stuff, and Mike White, go win again.
So what I think what people should do is they should go to your channel, subscribe, hit a like, and then come watch us.
Yes, exactly. I'm not taking your tips. I'm not stealing
That's
your
right.
tips.
No, it's all right.
I'm not.
That's all right, Jose. We're
not-
used to it, man.
You can take Cassandra with you. You can take her. That's fine.
Oh, I'll
Some
take
others- Yeah, you can take her.
I'll give you Ghost Pepper.
Ow. Okay.
Wait, no, I'm gonna give
the
you.
chat
I'll
was
give you
ready to
two.
trade Jake.
I'm gonna give you Ghost Pepper and I'll give you Panda. I'll give you two of them. But Panda,
Hold on.
unfortunately, is busy doing his own show, so you can't get
Hold
him.
on. Between Ghost Pepper, Jake, Kieran, and Waffle Wire, I don't know which one. Which one I want to give a giant hug to first. And by hug, I mean.
You know what, Jose? If there was somebody to steal our subscribers and fans, I'm glad it's you, not Panda.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
you can do it, not Panda. Anybody else? Panda's. I'm done with him now. He's off.
Now my score prediction for Thursday is 30-27 Jets.
Look at you, another Jets
We're getting a
prediction.
lot
Look
of
at
win
this.
Yeah, 30.
But you know what, Prime Time? I'm on the Jose. The only reason why he's predicting victory is so we get people to go watch him on his show now. He's like, look, I'm a positive Jet fan.
Probably.
No.
Now Jack's trading me away now. Like, I'm out of here now. Shit.
Wait, hold on. You don't even talk. Should I even go there?
I don't. I'm just.
Jose, should I go there?
I'm just
You-
trying to
you
figure
see
out
the
why.
chat. How many times did she bring me up in the chat talking shit? You act like you don't talk.
Don't
to me,
do
and then
it.
You go fucking block me on Twitter. You don't talk. Fuck out of here. Yeah, I know I suck at fantasy. I accept that.
Why do you only have one win in fantasy?
Because I suck at fantasy. I own
Only
that.
one win?
I'm not good at fantasy. No, I suck at fantasy. I haven't done. I told you I hadn't done a fantasy league in like I don't know 6-7 years. It's been a while. I'm not good at fantasy.
That's fair enough.
I'm more of a gambler.
Speaking of gambling, in July, I'll be in Vegas. You guys are more than one.
We should go out there. We should go out.
I'm
there.
so
Party
in
with Jose.
July. It could be hotter than hell in July, isn't it?
Go to the pool bar.
Yeah, go to the pool.
When in July? When in July are you going?
I will let you know.
Oh, dude, you know
I
what?
will let you
I'm
know.
Jose. I'm down. Usually, International Fight Week for the UFC is there.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh shit,
Dude, I'm so down. I'm in.
Yes.
I'm 1,000%. I'm telling you right now, I'm in. I will definitely go.
It's me and a whole bunch.
I'm in.
Uh,
I probably won't come back, but I'll definitely go.
It's me and a whole bunch of my people who are some are YouTubers, some aren't.
I don't
But
care about
they-
that, dude. It'd be cool to hang out with you, man. I'll just go
Yeah.
over just for that. That'd be a good time.
That will be great.
You, me, and Prime Time in Vegas. What could possibly go wrong?
All hell will
Make it
break
back.
loose. All hell will break loose. I love
Jose,
it.
thank you for joining us, man.
I will come back on when I have more info.
Absolutely, definitely. Let me know, dude. I'm down.
I will DM you on Twitter.
I'm down, dude. I'm.
Guys, have a good night. God,
You
Good
too,
luck
man.
with your
God
good luck with
bless
your
you.
stream, man.
all gas, no break. Let's go.
Have a good night,
Good
man.
stuff, man.
I love you guys.
Love
No,
you too,
no.
man. All right. So for those
What
of
a
you that
show.
are asking for our predictions, I will do my video Thursday. So we will do our video. Maybe I'll even do it
I'll do
tomorrow.
mine tomorrow. Yeah, I'll
Yeah, do it tomorrow. We'll get our preview videos. We will do live stream on Thursday night, 8:00. I guess we don't need a bingo board because we're actually positive again. So we take a week off from the bingo board.
We can make like a fun bingo.
We'll do that too.
Like Mike White 3 touchdowns.
We have a lot of
Probably 30
competition. There's probably like 35 streams going on Thursday, so we only have just me and you on the stream. So
Yeah.
you never know.
It's true.
Thank you guys for joining us. 8 o'clock on Thursday. The Mike White tour continues. Talk to you guys later.
Let's go.